Biden administration, because again the global recession.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Everything falling apart. Oh, what? Oh, it's going good. I'm super excited for this podcast.
James, are you able to turn your camera on?
Oh shit! All right, bet.
We're doing cameras today.
Huh?
It's the way to show yourself. All right. Camera.
Hey, experience. James, there's something wrong with your camera.
James, you're.
Oh wait, that's Ryan's camera.
That's
Yeah, that's me. Hold the phone. Let me check.
Yo,
my
James
plugins.
with the hat. Love to see
Yeah,
you.
that's pretty fire.
Oh, you know what? It's fire. This is fire. This is a.
We can't even see it.
I can see it a little
it's
bit.
Batman.
It's
It's a
well,
Batman.
you
comic.
gotta bring it
It's a-
closer, my guy. You gotta bring it closer.
It's a four-parter Batman.
No,
comic.
farther away, brother. That's too close.
All right.
It's not
This
close
is
enough.
No.
No,
Don't
this is a,
encourage this man.
Oh, that's all I do is encourage. I'm the encourager.
Yeah, it's a four-parter comic. Story of how Jason Todd dies. Yeah, that's basically what this is. Jason Todd being Robin, second Robin.
I thought his name was Dick.
Novelization of the prequel trilogy, the definitive official way to have my hat fall off. Alright. Also, controller.
Ooh,
I'm a gamer.
you are a gamer.
Gay. Gamer.
Ryan, you good?
Ryan, what happened?
Hold
Is
on.
Ryan- Wait, is Ryan getting off a league and actually touching grass for the first time? No way.
Gonna move on. Furious, how's your day going? How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good.
Working on those gains right there.
I'll get
You
it,
can
brother.
Clearly see.
Nice.
Yeah. Just finishing up my notes for my topic today.
Oh, cool.
Which I'm only 3/4 of the way done, by the way.
So, just so everyone knows, we're doing this till 10:10 tonight, PM PST. So basically, like
Yup.
2 hours. And this man, like, how many notes do you have?
I have 2 full pages already done, and I'm not even done.
Jeez, man, that's a lot.
Oh, about
Yeah.
sports?
About just one specific sport. This is
Wow.
just about one, and Thomas already knows which one it is.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. It has...
You can't, don't spoil it yet.
no.
It's
Shut
foosball,
up.
I know it.
Yes.
It's
the all-
foosball?
the all-time.
Yep.
Okay, I got two pages of notes of the foosball championship of the world right now.
Yep. Foosball.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
James, how are you doing?
I've been doing good. Yeah.
So,
And,
so tonight, everyone on the podcast, I want to let everyone know that James is no longer in California with us. He is now living in Arizona. So,
I've
he's a bad boy.
Bad boy. Hold on. Hold on, man.
I was gonna bring out the chef pee-pee.
No worries.
But
I-
James, yeah. So how's
Oh.
Arizona been?
Arizona's been pretty good. Weather's. Did you actually buy that?
I
Anyways,
bought that at
Thomas,
at a
Thomas
garage
bought it
sale.
for me.
Anyways,
By the way,
Air-
where's my camel?
Camel?
I'm not gonna buy you cigarettes.
Camila Biba Bob.
Oh,
Camila's in camel. Biba Bob is in. Your mom's on the cob.
poor K.
Anyways, yeah.
Just ignoring
Arizona's been pretty poggers. I like the campus up. I like the school out here. The campus is pretty nice. Everyone's
That's
really
good.
nice.
Oh.
Yeah. On it. Weather has been looking up pretty great. Because now it's November, and so it's now going very cool indeed, with a high of 66 degrees, which feels very nice.
It was a low of 66.
Yeah. A low of 47 degrees, a high of 66 degrees.
I think I know why my eyes been so irritated.
Oh.
See,
Alright.
I work at a paint store, right? And I didn't realize my finger still has paint on it. And I've been rubbing it into my eye. I've been rubbing paint into my eye.
Don't rub
Idiot.
paint in your eye. You'll go blind.
I didn't even know it was there.
Really?
It's on my
Really?
fingernail, on the
Really?
tip of my finger.
I'm a very smart person. Trust me.
You are a very smart person, James.
So, what are we? Since we're all in college, since this is the first podcast we're all doing in college, what are your dreams and pursuits of what you want to become in the future?
Hold on,
A male prostitute.
before we get into the questions, I wanna wait for Ryan to finish setting up. I can see him in the bottom corner. Hi,
There
Ryan.
he is.
Ryan, what are you doing?
I think he's fixing his camera.
His
Oh,
camera
okay.
broken. His camera hella broken.
Half of my USB ports don't work.
What?
No
Oh.
way.
So I have to make a very important decision. I've come to the conclusion that if I unplug my keyboard, I can have both audio and camera. That's the situation I'm in.
That's fucked. That's so.
That
Should be fine. As
I'm
long
not
as
gonna
I don't
lie.
type anything in,
I
should
agree
be
with
fine.
James. Ryan, that's pretty scuffed, my guy.
Oh my god.
Yo, the McNasty shirt.
I love the shirt. Yeah. It's a
I
little
love
Caesar
McNasty.
shirt.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh damn. I really need to grill up. My hair.
See, this is why y'all don't use actual cameras. Use your phone, dog.
Hmm?
So easy. So easy. Just use your phone.
But I'm so crisp.
You are. I will agree. I will agree. You are pretty crisp.
Never saw that coming. Look better now. Objectively and subjectively.
So strong. Not even.
Anyway,
Yes.
how Ryan, welcome. How are you doing?
Hi.
How have you been?
I am pretty good.
That's good.
It does seem like a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word, but how was your guys' day?
Day was good. Just figured out something today.
Okay, so just making sure the audio still works. Oh, and Furious is gone.
Yep, we've
Nope.
lost-
I'm here still. I'm just finishing my notes.
You turned your camera off.
Oh. I'll be
Hit
back in a
face.
minute.
You mean you didn't write down notes?
I am doing it right now.
What?
Did you do
You
it on your
actually
phone?
do research? Bro, I can't
Yeah.
relate.
Shut up.
I don't do.
Alright.
Were we supposed to research something?
No.
No, we're just fucking around.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into one of the topics, because I wrote down a few topics on my phone here. Actually, you know what? Ryan, give me a number between 1 through 9.
Let's go 7.
7. Music. Anyone want to talk about music?
Like current music or just music in general?
I would say just music in general. Like, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song? That's it.
Favorite song right now or favorite song of all time? Because I don't have a favorite song of all time.
Okay, what's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now?
Same question goes to all of you.
I'll come back to me. I'll ask.
All right,
I'll
James.
come back to me. I gotta figure that out.
I've been listening to a lot of classical music lately. Actually, I'm gonna hit you up with some
Classical music?
nostalgia. Will Viacom be okay if I play a little bit of the music? I'm gonna
No.
be
It will not.
okay. All right. Basically, it's a lullaby song from SpongeBob. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Is it like
you
Gary
never
Come
heard of
Home?
that? You never heard? It's not my favorite song.
Wait,
No,
is
no,
it
no, no,
Gary
I'm not
Come
saying that.
Home?
I don't know what it is. I mean, I think it is.
Gary Come Home.
No. I know it was from the original season song. Give me a second.
I didn't realize there was a SpongeBob
On.
lullaby. The more you know.
SpongeBob lullaby. I'm trying to think of that.
The one I came up with is Gary Come Home, but I don't think it's Gary Come Home.
No,
I don't think it's a lullaby. No.
It's
Is it from SpongeBob? Like,
Oh, okay.
Canon,
It's
or-
called. Okay, it's called South Sea Island Lullaby.
And this was in
Is this from, like,
SpongeBob?
is this
Yeah.
from like the soundtrack, or is this just from the like songs
th-
that they've made?
It's from the soundtrack.
Oh,
the SpongeBob
yeah.
movie.
Okay. No, the
No,
like the
no.
soundtrack from like the show. You know how they play
Yeah.
music
Oh.
in between everything? Yeah.
That's what I meant. No,
Yeah, we
I-
thought you meant like a song that they had made like in SpongeBob. And
Yeah,
we're
I'm just
trying
like,
to figure
wait,
out
what?
lullabies.
Did they
Oh
write the song?
shit!
Oh,
Oh
Fierce is
shit!
back.
Yeah,
Hi,
they
Fierce.
made up.
I'm done.
You're done?
All right.
Three
just
pages of
started.
a note. 3 pages of a notebook.
Man's
Ryan,
back in calculus.
No,
Oh, shit.
no. Don't even bring that up, calculus.
Calculus makes you smart. That's the,
No.
the thing.
No, it makes me want to not do calculus.
Well, too bad.
In a
You're doing
sense.
In a sense.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a good question. So, do we want to keep? Oh, actually, yeah, Furious. What's your favorite song of all? Just favorite song. I'm not gonna say of all time. All right, he's dead. Moving on.
I do not know. There's so many songs in the world,
I can.
But I
I
thi-
think.
but I think my favorite song of all time has to be, without question, "Don't Mine at Night" Minecraft parody. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That is
Oh,
a
you're
song
right.
that's
It's
not-
TNT.
It's it's not even in my like top 2. Not even in my. And Dynamite.
Ryan. Hi. Furious.
Yeah,
You were saying. I didn't realize you weren't done yet.
I don't know my favorite song of all time. I have like 85 different favorite songs.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know if we.
It depends on the
any of us-
day. It depends on the day. It depends on what mood that.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends on the day.
That's what I'm about to say. I don't think anyone has an objective,
What are you doing, you say?
definitive favorite song.
Bro, it's November, my guy. We can't be doing that.
It's
Or
November.
can we?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Anyways,
Lol. Funny. That was
Oh, no.
really funny.
the question I asked earlier. We are now all in college. This is our first podcast while we're in college.
It is.
So my question is that after college and when we get into like possible future jobs or future careers, what would you like to do? And if you don't have an answer, that's okay.
One of my
So what do we
dream
wanna-
jobs is
what-
one of my dream jobs is what I'm going to explain in this podcast.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Well,
Smart.
he asked the question. Is that? Do we want to hold off on that question?
I would say hold off on that question till later because I know what I would want to be, but at the same time I don't know if I want to be. I have two options in my life on two different
We
paths.
haven't
I can
even.
be down.
We haven't even finished music.
I mean,
Oh
that's a
yeah,
tough question.
Ryan, what's your favorite song?
So, I don't necessarily have a favorite song, but if it's anything like metal related, I love it.
AC/DC, Metallica.
That,
Not you,
yeah,
Siri.
Like, well, more like 2000s. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Linkin Park and all them. I guess Linkin Park isn't really metal, but that type of rock.
There's bands like Disturbed. I know. There's you know Disturbed?
Yeah, I know Disturbed. I was a big
Mhm.
fan of Disturbed back in the day. Five Finger Death Punch is another one of them, right? Or is
I
that
believe so.
like? Or is that like? Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch would be that. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to think. I know a lot of them, but I don't know a lot of them at the same time.
I don't know.
yeah, a lot of my
Motorhead is one of them.
Motorhead. Yeah.
Motorhead's good.
What else? What else is there? I really like Sabaton. Sabaton's really good.
Yep.
Real good. Yeah.
James, are you okay? You're looking very intensely. I turned back around. I see James going.
I
He's like, yeah.
He
I
was-
respect
he
that
was-
music choice.
I just didn't want to break character. That's all.
So wait, you
Just
didn't want to
character,
break
this is a
character by
podcast,
breaking
you.
like we are the characters. What do you mean?
Yeah, you just
I'm-
gotta be you.
I'm the imposter.
No, I'm red. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm blue. No, it's definitely blue, dog.
I'm blue. Ah, da, dee, da, da, da.
All right, we take a vote. Who are we voting out?
Thomas.
All right, for Thomas.
He's a white male with blonde hair, so he's very sus.
Hey, fuck you.
Whoa, dude, that's profiling. You can't do that.
Hey.
Hashtag
I'm a-
cancel.
Hey, white men can't do that to other white men, so it's
Racist.
we're
You just did.
I thought you were French.
talking about. You just
Frenchmen
did.
are some Frenchmen are white.
Anyway, my favorite song
Oh,
is "We Are the
no.
Champions" by Queen.
That's a pretty.
That's
That's a pretty
that's-
good answer.
That's the song of all time.
I'll accept that.
The
Bro,
champ.
Queen is like one of the bands of all time, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
Bands.
cannot refute that.
Yep.
Freddie died too soon,
Best
but he ended the
Um,
Soviet Union.
best movie soundtrack of all time.
Oh, bro,
Oh, that's kind of tough.
that's
There's-
hard.
because I have
Movie.
Movie
this is
soundtrack.
This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. You guys can say what you want. I think Jurassic Park.
Oh, that is.
Iconic.
I mean,
It's
Jurassic
iconic.
Park is pretty iconic. I don't like.
No. Lord of the Rings.
You're gonna be one of those people that change yours.
Howard
One of
Shore-
those people.
Howard Shore is incredible. I know John Williams has done it for Jurassic Park, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and
I
Indiana
know.
Jones,
I like.
but Lord of the Rings, though. I
Alright.
have every single one, every single number of all, even the Hobbit ones. I even have all those saved from Howard Shore in my phone.
We get it. You're a nerd.
Their
Alright.
mother.
Can we move on? Tom, what
Alright,
about you?
favorite-
I'm stuck between technically 3, but one of them doesn't really count as a movie, in a sense, as it was a play.
Yeah, mine doesn't even come from a movie.
Like, I'd say, alright, if we're talking all-time favorite soundtrack from a movie, I would say it counts as a movie on... What is happening? I look up at Furious and I see his
My
little
bro-
brother undressing
my-
on camera.
My brother's weird. My brother's being weird.
It's gonna get me canceled, man. But yeah, so my all-time favorite soundtrack would have to come from Hamilton. I love it too much. I listen to it on a daily basis. I just can't control myself. It's just there.
That's alarming, man.
I had a feeling that was gonna be your answer.
Well, it's between Hamilton, Star Wars Episode 3, and Star Trek 2.
Okay, Star
Okay,
Wars
I thought
Episode
you were
3.
gonna
That's a
say-
pretty good
I
contender.
thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say,
I was-
Transformers 1986, and I was gonna throw a pen.
Damn it, I forgot about that one.
I was.
Why do you do this to me?
It's funny. It's funny because it's funny because I was actually about to say Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's a really good soundtrack. Like,
is.
seriously.
It's a fantastic soundtrack. Unfortunately, it was for a mid movie. I know, hot take.
What?
Pardon?
What movie are we talking about?
Revenge of the Sith.
That's a you
Okay,
call that a
one of the
mid
greatest
movie?
That's a
That's,
yeah.
If that's
is
mid,
one of-
then what's a good movie for you?
Yeah.
What's a good movie?
Yeah,
I
what's
want
it?
to talk about good movie. Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Everyone says
Hey,
that.
Everyone.
A
says
New
that,
Hope.
dog.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Revenge of the Sith is in my opinion the second best one behind Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back, my guy.
Empire Strikes Back is like one of my favorites.
Empire
Yeah.
I loved
Strikes-
that one.
my
hell
opinion-
yeah.
It's iconic.
Okay.
It's just a
Yeah.
good watch altogether.
In
my- Exactly.
You
in
could
my
watch
opinion-
like Revenge or what is it? Empire Strikes Back and like have a good time. Even
Exactly.
if you weren't like a Star Wars fan.
Okay, in my opinion, nothing against Empire Strikes Back. It's an amazing movie, but compared to Revenge of the Sith, Empire bores me.
In some aspects, yeah, I could agree. Like, I
mean,
like the
it-
romantic
it-
scenes when they're
it-
fixing the
okay,
Falcon, we're just kind
I
of like.
like
I
it.
will
"That's me,"
say
but-
for
I like
its
the movie-
for if I saw like Revenge of the Sith like when it first came out, I would probably say the same answer. But
Am I?
I watched all the Star Wars movies at the same time because like I was just getting into it, and my favorite was Empire Strikes Back. So looking at all of them from like
All
what they were and how they were presented,
I got
Empire
I
Strikes
got a
Back is,
question
like,
for
my
you,
favorite.
Ryan. So you
Actually-
watched them all
actually,
together,
I'm
right?
gonna go before you start, Tom.
Yeah,
actually.
go ahead.
This is just my opinion. Movies. I like movies that kind of get off to a hot start. Revenge of the Sith does that for me because it goes straight into battle straight away.
True, it
Empire-
starts off
hold
with
on.
the Battle of Coruscant.
Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Empire just takes a little bit too much screen time to kind of get to it. I mean, because I love all the movies except
Well,
for
it's
Last Jedi.
wait.
Last Jedi is garbage.
Yeah, well, I mean all
No,
the
okay.
sequel trilogy, or no, wait, is that right?
All the
Prequel-
sequel.
Hot.
Sequel.
okay, we
all-
don't talk about the sequel
Time.
trilogy, okay?
Yeah.
Hot
Sequel-
take time. Hot
God,
take
with
time.
this many hot takes, you could fry an egg on them.
Anyway, so Ryan, I got a quick question for you, right?
Yeah. What's
So
up?
you watched all the Star Wars movies like simultaneously, right?
I watched them like in the order that they they came out. I didn't watch them like
Chronologically, yeah.
I
So
watched them chronologically,
in
yeah.
the last week with the announcement of like a new Star Wars movie, George Lucas himself like came out with the order he intended people to watch Star Wars. So now I want to know like how people watch Star Wars. Like James, did you watch from 1 to 6 or did you watch from 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3?
Oh shit. When I was first starting off with Star Wars, or what do I prefer to watch?
Like
How
like
do I
when
prefer
you
to
were
watch
when
it?
you were first watching Star Wars, which order did you see the movies in?
Okay. Oh fuck. Let's see. I kind of just watch them in any order really.
So you watched New Hope and then went immediately to went
Attack.
to the what was that, Phantom Menace?
That's actually very on on key point because first exposure was Star Wars. I had the 1995 VHS set of the original trilogy. So
You
it was
have
like
that
the
too?
original... Yeah, I just remembered it because I watched a video about the all the original cuts in all the other VHS tapes, and
Welcome back,
I
Chase.
saw one of them. It was the one with the it was a VHS covers with the faces on them.
Yeah.
It's gotta
I
be
had-
at least
I-
worth $5.
Yeah,
Here, I'm gonna
At
look it up.
least.
I
You
don't
can,
have
take
it
that,
on.
you can take that to a video store and be like, how much for this? I'll give you $5 for it.
I unfortunately don't have those anymore because my dad sold them.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
I
just
had.
threw away like $5.
Yeah, I had A New Hope and
Whoa.
Return of the Jedi. Those were the only two movies. I didn't have Empire Strikes Back for some reason. I did have the Phantom Menace on VHS. It was the like original 1999 VHS.
So the most someone will get, or the most someone is willing to pay for the movies, or like all the VHS tapes in order, is $145.
There's no way. There's no.
Like I said, at least $5. Like
Yeah.
I figured it wasn't gonna be a real high price.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
some people be crazy though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. No. No, I agree. Anyways, are we gonna go off to a new topic, or are we just gonna
No,
continue
no.
with Star Wars?
Everyone didn't even answer the question.
Yeah, so
You're
I,
the only one that
Oh, yeah.
answered the question.
but
Oh, yeah.
before we move on, I'm gonna tell you the exact way George Lucas. Again, he came up with a press conference speech when the announcement came out last week. He did it one like
What?
immediately after it.
Me and
Wait,
Jack didn't get to answer
announcement.
the question.
Oh yeah, Jack.
What
My
order
com,
did you watch the movies?
buddy. What order did you watch the movies? Did you watch it 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Okay, so I've actually done both of those in two different.
But what did you do first?
sittings.
What did you
Yeah,
do
what
first?
was your first
Okay,
time
I
watching
did-
Star Wars?
I did 4, 5, 6 first, and then I did 1, 2, 3 first.
Okay,
Okay.
there
And
we
honestly,
Oh.
this when I did 1, 2, 3 first, I kind of got a sense of what happened easier.
Right.
But the 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 kind of got me feeling at the end of the original trilogy. I want to learn more about this Vader character first, but then when I watched 1, 2, 3, I already knew about the Vader character in general. So going into the original trilogy, I kind of knew his backstory already.
Right.
So in a sense, that's just my preference. I like doing 1, 2, 3 first.
All right.
That
Ryan, what
my
about you?
I did 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I didn't know if there was any way to watch it. Like I just assumed that like the order that it came out was the order that you were supposed to watch it in, because let's be honest, if you're gonna tell people how to watch it after you release all the movies, why don't you just do that in the first place?
yeah.
So
like
no, go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead. Yeah.
that makes sense. Like if you want people to view it in a certain way, you would release it in a certain way, because the average populace is just gonna be like, hey, look at this thing that George Lucas made. I'm gonna watch it.
So
Seriously.
with my experience with Star Wars, it was kind of weird. The first Star Wars movie I actually ended up watching was Revenge of the Sith, as again, we were born basically like a year before it came out, and as a birthday gift, when my parents finally decided like I was old enough to watch it, they bought the DVD in 2005, kept it, stored it, and then when I was old enough to watch Star Wars, they're like, we saved this one long enough for you to be able to watch it.
Aw.
Is the first one you're gonna watch. So I
That's
watched
cool.
3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and then rewatching 3. Now going back to what George Lucas talked about. So the ideal way he wanted everyone to watch Star Wars was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And there was a specific reason he wanted that, as we get to see, Luke's life story, but we also get to see the story of Vader, which he's confirmed that, all of Star Wars, the prequel and the original trilogy, is based around the lifestyle and the life of Anakin Skywalker.
Which is
why-
kind of what I described.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why it ended off in Episode 6, because he died in Episode 6.
Dude, spoilers.
Theo, yeah.
Half your audience
come
is
on,
like
brother.
5. Come on.
Come on,
True.
man.
My bad.
Oh,
But
you're just
I
gonna
mean-
spoil Star Wars like that?
so the
Honest.
reason he wanted us to watch 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 was because when going into the prequel trilogy, he wanted to give people like the suspense and kind of like the anguish of like, oh, look at this young, young lad. He's gonna grow up to be a Jedi one day, but he's also going to end up becoming this great Sith Lord. And we just, in episode 3, really see that path of like, oh god, it's like all coming together now. The murder of the Jedi, the destruction of the Republic, it's all crashing down, and it's supposed to like tear on your emotions. That's what he intended for his audience.
He talks about this like he's the first one to ever come up with a prequel.
Well, it's George Lucas, man. He's kind of full of himself.
Does George Lucas think he invented prequels? Like that's the
honestly,
point
I
of a
wouldn't put it
prequel.
past him.
You watch the original movie, and then the prequel is the whole point of the prequel is to give you backstory on the original movie, while you also know what happens.
Exactly.
I think
That's the whole point of a prequel.
I think George Lucas is a very interesting man.
He's very
Because-
egotistical.
Like if you told me George Lucas invented prequels when I was a kid, I would have been like, okay, cool. But now looking at it, I would have been like, you must be crazy. You're
Yeah,
telling
like-
me no one else thought to build suspense by showing a story prior to the main event?
Oh my gosh.
You're telling me no one else thought of that?
Nope.
Yeah. Actually, one of the interesting stories about George Lucas. Back when the first Star Wars released, it was nominated for a very special award where the original tape of the film was going to be preserved for future generations to come. All right. And basically,
Oh, is
Lucas
that the one they
and-
launched into space, or is that a different one?
I think it was a different one.
Hmm.
But Lucas actually refused to get the tape, and not until 1997 when he released a special edition, and he gave that version to the people. But of course, they rejected it because it wasn't the original cut of the film.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's very interesting of George to do that. Really.
Yo, I gotta say, of all the actors that were in Star Wars, Mark Hamill definitely had the biggest like glow up in his career. Like
Yeah.
he
Oh,
went
Star
from
Wars
Luke
made him.
Skywalker, which is already like a super big thing, to voicing like so many notable characters. Like his voice acting like has left generations of people inspired. Like
Oh, yeah.
Joker, like Fire Lord Ozai, Skips. What else did he do?
Wait,
He
what?
is-
Skips?
Yeah, Skips from regular show.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta see some regular show credits. Hold on.
So when I watched regular show the first time, I was like, hey, that's a cool voice. And then I looked at the cast and I was like, this is Luke Skywalker. The same thing happened when I watched Avatar. My brother was just starting to watch like Avatar Last Airbender, and I was listening to the voices and I'm like, wait a minute, is that Mark Hamill?
No, it's no way.
Like Fire Lord Ozai came on screen. I was like, that's Mark Hamill.
wait, hold on
No.
a second. Hold on a second.
It is. Look it up.
Well, dude, what a homie.
Voices: Mordecai, Jay
do.
Quintel, Rigby, William Slayers, Pops Muscle
I
Man.
do. I do think it's unfortunate.
Skips,
though,
man.
they didn't-
No shit. There
Alright.
is no way Mark Hamill voices Skips.
Well, you gotta think about it. Like,
But it sounds
Also,
completely different than Mark Hamill. Oh yeah, I'm Skips. Then where Mark Hamill's like, oh yeah, I'm Mark Hamill.
well, look, listen to his cause he's a lot older. His voice got a bit more gruff, and he really leaned into that with his roles.
Skips.
Yeah.
Regular show.
Interesting.
Uh,
I do think it's unfortunate though that Mark Hamill didn't like his role of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, and I know
because
I
they
know
made
what
him
you're all gonna
die.
say. I know what you're all gonna say.
There is a reason for that.
Oh.
It's a very big problem in the industry. Like, you get this big role, like Luke Skywalker, and that's all you're known as. And like these big Hollywood directors won't cast you because every time you're in the movie, everyone's gonna think, dude, Luke Skywalker.
The harpsichord got
No,
stuck
that
in the
wasn't-
doorway. Yeah, Skips, it's stuck. You gotta help us. Benson said it was a fire hazard. Yeah, it's a fire hazard. Pick up the phone, Skips. We know your home, Skips. Pick up the phone, Skips. We know your home, Skips. Pick up the phone, Skips.
All right. I'll be right over.
That does not sound like Mark Hamill.
What did you guys
Okay.
do?
Yeah,
We were trying to move it.
alright.
It got
It's
stuck.
Mark Hamill later
Alright.
in life. Like look up
Alright.
interviews with him. Like he.
all right, Ryan.
Yeah?
You're when you were talking about Luke earlier, the thing about that is that he actually likes the role of Luke Skywalker. He didn't like the portrayal of Luke in The Last Jedi though. Like,
Oh
I can,
yeah.
like I can
I
understand.
can see why. I can see why.
Yeah, I can understand that from a certain point of view. But however, though, I do think, and I'm a pretty big OT guy. I love the OT. I think the OT is the best Star Wars trilogy. I say this with 100% sincerely. I do think that Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi is a very underrated character. I think he's just very misunderstood. I think he's just a very misunderstood character
Are you
overall.
eating?
Um,
What are you eating?
reading. I'm not reading anything.
No, I'm eating some noodles I made
Oh,
earlier.
eating. Oh, fuck.
That's why it took so long because I was heating this up.
Mm. Jackie boy, what are you
Yeah.
up to?
Last ditch effort on more notes.
I like how you guys are just not interested in what James is saying.
Oh no, I'm interested. I'm just like I know
I'm
my
hearing,
like-
I'm hearing.
my
I'm
slight
hearing-
ADHD kicked in.
okay,
I'm like,
okay,
oh, he's eating
honestly-
something. Comida.
Okay. Honestly, let's just move on to the next topic.
You sure?
Not because I don't want to talk about Star Wars. I'll talk about it forever. Let's just talk about something new.
Well,
Alright.
yeah, like you say the thing about like Mark Hamill and his portrayal is like. Okay, no, I'm segueing. Look, so like with that, like this is it's a big problem in like in the acting and voice acting industry. Is like when you get this like big role, like you're the main character of the most mainstream show in the world or like in the nation, like directors are gonna be really like hesitant to cast you in more roles because like for one, you're now solidified as that character and everyone will only think of you as that character. Like take Dwayne Johnson for example. Like nobody can separate him from his roles in his movies. Right? Because everyone's just like, it's The Rock! No one is like, oh my god, it's that character from that movie
I
that,
can't smell
that
what The
was
Rock's
played
cooking.
by Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, have you guys seen Black Adam?
I have not seen Black
Not
Adam,
yet.
no.
I hear a lot of people really like the movie. But I don't really care about DCEU that much anymore. So,
What were you
yeah.
guys' thoughts on that Batman movie that came out in March?
Oh, I
Oh.
love that.
Fantastic,
That was
That
amazing.
I loved it.
dude. Honestly, it's a blessing. It's a blessing to my heart though. We that we finally got like a proper Batman after Christian Bale.
Do you want to
yeah,
know what's
I
sad
don't
though?
think-
What's weird is that so many people didn't like it. Like
Well,
I walked out of that theater like super pumped and I was like, damn, that was a really good movie. And then everyone
It
around
was
me
the
was just like,
moms.
it was alright.
oh,
It was the
edgy.
mothers.
Oh look, it's the Twilight guy.
Exactly,
He's so fucking,
exactly.
He's so
Yeah,
edgy.
My mom
Everyone
thought it was a
loved him
Twilight
because
movie.
Robert Pattinson was the Batman, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he's gonna make a love story." Oh no. Oh, but
Oh.
actually, you
Catwoman.
can say that Batman was a better love story than Twilight. You could say that now.
Oh no! Look, Robert Pattinson has the eyeliner. It's fucking edgy.
Newsflash: every Batman had eyeliner, bro. It's not special to Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Everything's special to Robert Pattinson. He's still a vampire inside.
That's I
Yeah.
think that. at least he doesn't.
People were expecting way too much out of this movie for what they had gotten in the past, because they have like Justice League and like Batman v Superman to compare like all these movies to, and like other DC projects, like live action movies, which have just flopped terribly. So, what I don't understand is why people walked out of that theater disappointed when it was the best thing. It was like a breath of fresh air.
He
I
didn't
don't
kill
get
the
it.
penguin.
It's because they want
They want
Batfleck.
vengeance.
They
No,
want.
they-
They just.
no,
They don't want anything new. They just want Dark Knight back. They want Dark
They-
Knight.
They want Batfleck back. They want him to go back, rebranding, killing people, because Batman is just an edgy character with who dresses up as a fucking bat and that doesn't care.
Okay, I will admit, like, some scenes in the movie kind of made me question the pacing a little bit, like, in Batman's character. But, like, other than that, like, they were very minute, too. Like,
Yeah.
you would have to know so many things about Batman to know why that wouldn't work. But other than that, it's just, like, Batman, dude. Like, he's trying to become the Batman. He needs
You
to
guys
figure out what
remember
he
the
needs to be.
suicide bomber scene?
Yeah, like I don't like I just don't yeah, like I think Robert Pattinson did a really great Batman. I think he might be the best Batman, live action Batman, in my opinion.
Okay,
All right.
I get what you're saying. I loved his Batman, but everyone
What
had
about the
problems with his
Suicide
Bruce
Bomber?
Wayne. Everyone had
I-
problems with the Bruce Wayne, which was a weird thing to get caught up in because the movie is about Batman.
Vengeance.
I mean, I thought his Bruce Wayne was pretty good too. You know, I never really got a sense. Honestly, I just never got really a sense of like,
I just
oh,
realized
he's
something.
just some edgy billionaire or something.
I just realized something. Everyone wanted. Okay, so you know how like Batman has that similar persona as like, you know, he's like a billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, whatever that is.
Mhm.
Like he's the head of a major tech company, like he's filthy rich. They expected him to be Tony Stark. They wanted
Yeah.
Tony Stark levels of like billionaire playboy out of this Bruce Wayne.
But
and
that's
that's
not
just
who
not
Bruce
Bruce
Wayne
Wayne.
was.
It's not.
He was
That's
very
not-
quiet.
Well, that's not Bruce Wayne. Bruce
No.
Wayne is a very like he's okay. I don't want to say Bruce Wayne is modest, but he's not. Tony Stark is not as modest.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Tony Stark is like, look at me, I'm super rich. I got like 30 Iron Man suits. You want money? Go ahead. He's like throwing parties and shit. Where Bruce Wayne is just like, I'm the head of a tech company. I gotta figure this out. And like, this city's riddled with crime.
Yeah.
Like, Marvel has
Batman,
some really bad effects on movies now.
like, yeah, that's
They're
true.
they're comparing DC with MCU.
Yeah, they expect it to live up to the MCU when it's literally just starting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they killed off all the good characters too. Like, out of everything that Marvel's produced in the last, I would say, year, I have liked none of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Multiverse of Madness was pretty good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll give you that one. I did like Multiverse of Madness, but everything
But
else
that
is just
one was
bloody
like
rubbish.
that one was like a genre like thing one. Like they made like a sort of horror movie with that one. And
Yeah.
I love that. Like Sam Raimi did such a good job.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really care about MCU anymore. After the Infinity Saga, I just don't.
Yeah,
care.
exactly,
All
'cause
I
they-
wanna
Yeah,
fo-
Phase 4 is really like falling off right now. But
Yeah.
like,
all
what
I
are you
want
gonna
to
do?
follow, all I want to follow from the Multiverse Saga and all the other sagas after it is just Spider-Man. That's all I want to follow because he's the
Spider-Man?
only interesting character.
is it too
Alright.
much
It's
to
not
ask
but
that
the mighty
Thanos had like an
Spider-Man.
actual kid and now it's like you've done this to my father? I will avenge him.
No,
And there's
no,
like some like super like there's like something that's like more powerful than the Infinity Stones and like he's got to collect them all, which is gonna be the same shit again.
no,
Gotta catch them all.
It's gonna be very different actually. They actually announced 2 Avengers movies are gonna come out in 2025, 2026.
Avengers
Um,
movies? You're kidding me.
Yes, I'm not kidding.
Well, there is
it
no
No
Avengers.
chance.
Avengers.
No
There-
chance
no,
they
no.
will do that. shit.
They announced it. They announced Phase 5 and Phase 6 already.
It's not gonna be impressive anymore.
Look,
Yeah.
like you
Okay,
can't
like-
come back from like Phase 3. Phase 3 was like the completion.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Um,
churn out like 2 or 3, like 5 or 6 movies a year
Exactly.
to like make up for lost time, and then like TV shows on top of that.
What
I
if
mean-
they just ended? What if they just ended it after Endgame?
I would have
Yeah,
been
like-
fine with that. That was a good
Okay,
ending.
That
Right.
would have been fine.
I would have been fine
Like
with
they
that.
would have rode
Right.
home with like billions of dollars,
Mhm.
like
I-
from the Infinity Saga alone.
Yeah.
Guys.
Well, because just an Endgame by itself made like $3
It
billion.
broke the box
2.5.
office.
It's
Guys,
it's
James
the it's
is,
the
like,
it's
struggling
it's
for
the
this
highest
conversation.
it's the highest grossing movie ever.
Didn't it beat out Avatar?
Yes.
By
Yeah.
not even Avatar isn't even close anymore.
dude,
They,
screw that. Screw Avatar. I'm gonna say it. I don't like Avatar. It's
But I
it's a
like
generic
airbending.
Okay, you
No,
say it's
no.
generic
Not that
because
Avatar.
No,
you
no,
say,
no.
okay,
Not
look,
that
look,
Avatar.
there's
Blue
a reason.
Blue
There's a
people.
reason. There's a reason why you would think it to be generic. Look,
What's
like,
wrong with blue
of
people,
course,
James?
if you have a movie that is the highest grossing movie of all time, you don't think some Hollywood director's gonna be like, this guy did that, I want to do that,
No.
and try to
it's-
make billions of dollars? You don't think like
Wait, I just
it's
realized.
literally.
Hollywood is not as creative as you thought it would be? Sure, there's creative minds,
James.
but like everything is based off of the same things.
James, I figured out what they did. They're bloody geniuses, right? Avatar was a movie about blue people. You know what they had in the MCU? A blue girl. They stole the idea and they copied it. They put it in the MCU, and that's what made them break the box office because they added blue people.
Not very big.
Funny thing is that get
It's all about
get
getting-
ready for the next baddie. There are 2 baddies now.
Oh,
Two
there's
big baddies.
2 Batmans.
No, 2 big baddies. For one of the Avengers movies, Avengers Secret Wars, it's going to be Doctor Doom. The second one is going to be Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. That's going to be with Kang. All right.
Wait, but why is it
I'm
a
not
secret
joking with
war?
you.
Like, how is
no
it a
way,
war?
Doctor Doom and Doctor Doom and Kang cannot save the MCU. Like there is not going to be enough hype in the universe to save what is now this. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Like they're
Also-
gonna funnel out to you like actual dog shit and pass it off as the Doctor Doom and Kang sagas. Like this is not gonna work
it won't.
because the
Also,
Marvel
Thomas-
fans, they have too high
Yeah.
expectations, right? And even if you account for like fans that are just now joining in, no way. And with the way like Disney has churned out their shit, it's not gonna happen.
Also, Thomas,
Yeah.
you say that Marvel stole blue people. The only blue Avenger is Nebula. She was only in 4 movies. Sure, she was in their top 2 highest ones. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume
Wait,
2
say
is
that
one of
again.
their-
Say that again. Say that again.
The just the 2 highest ones. But really, but she had like 15 other Avengers helping her in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is,
Yeah,
by the way,
in Avatar, it
third-
wasn't
their
just the
third
blue
low-
people. You think Matt Damon just came out of the movie Blue? No,
Yes.
he couldn't walk.
He was a Smurf.
Okay, first of all, those Avatar movies are like if Jurassic Park and the Smurfs reproduced and just made a world.
What do you think
No, it's
happened?
not.
It-
They are nothing like the Smurfs
It's
and
the
Jurassic
Smurf
Park.
cumdom.
What are Smurfs blue?
No.
You can't just
What?
say two. You can't just put 2 blue things together and make it into a baby.
Yes. How do you think
Yeah.
Smurfs are born?
What is
Avatar.
like Gargamel created the
Avatar.
Smurfs, didn't he?
No, Gargamel.
No,
Commer-
Gargamo is their arch enemy.
Yeah, but then okay, well, I don't. Smurfs don't die. Do Smurfs die?
Well, Grandpa
They're
gets
like
old.
they're like ants.
No, not Grandpa. What's his name?
Papa
like-
Smurf.
Oh yeah,
Papa
Papa.
Smurf, yeah.
Like grandfather Smurf.
Okay, look. They have to not die, right? Smurfette is the only girl Smurf out there. How do they make more Smurfs?
We don't talk
And
about
It's
that process.
A lot of Smurf dick, guys.
There is not a baby Smurf in any of the Smurf lore. What do you call this?
Yeah, there is. Hold on. Wait, I've seen
No, there
Baby
is
Smurf.
not.
Hold on.
It's called Smurfette's Big Parties.
Smurfette's Drunken Nights.
Smurfette was the Smurfette created by Gargamel? Hold on.
She gets
I wonder-
all the Smurf chicken.
God, I
Yeah.
don't want.
Anyways.
Why am I arguing about Smurfs?
Yeah,
This is
see,
stupid.
look.
we need
It
that.
was a show.
It was a show.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Sherlock. Anyways.
She was
um,
pregnant.
Anyways, we're gonna
Oh
go off
shit,
to
and
a
it was
topic.
Papa's kid.
Alright.
There has to be a
Oh,
catch to that, bro. There has to be a catch to that. The kid has to be like a plant by Gargamel to try and get like the Smurfs destroyed or whatever.
Alright, I'm gonna do an interesting take. What are your thoughts on Henry Cavill's Superman? The one for the DCEU.
It's not
Kind of
Henry
one.
Cavill Superman. It is Superman.
I
All
don't know
right.
who that
No
is.
other
Okay.
man could be Superman.
Alright.
What about a guy who's
I-
super?
Alright, I already know this is gonna be a very I know we're gonna get in a very heated
All right.
topic.
Who should be Superman then?
Who should be Superman?
Matt
Have
Damon.
you seen Superman and Lois? Have you seen that show? Show's fantastic. You know,
yeah,
they
I've
actually
seen that.
they actually, you know what they actually did? They explored the human side of fucking Superman. Because Superman isn't a god. Superman is a human with god abilities.
No, he's
Sure.
not. He's a fucking alien. Are
He's
you
from
high?
Kryptonia, right?
No, he okay.
No,
Okay.
Krypton. Krypton, my bad.
Yeah, he's an
Okay.
alien from
Hey,
Krypton who crash landed on a farm in Kansas.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I was
Fucking Wizard of Oz
me-
shit.
He was raised as a human. Just because he's humanoid doesn't mean he's a
Let me-
human.
let me finish my sentence. Let me finish what I was about to say.
No, this is a
he-
communist nation. You
No,
don't
no,
have
let
a.
him finish. Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Alright.
Let him talk. I'm interested.
Superman is an alien, yes. However, he was raised as a human and therefore has human emotions. Henry Cavill's fucking Superman does not show, literally, is just some god. He just shows his
You can't
ability.
nurture
Oh.
emotions. You can't like create those things. You are born with those. You are
Yeah.
born with those. You cannot be raised by different parents and just not have emotions.
Yeah, true. You
But-
do start
You can
using
block,
emotions.
you can
that literally
have
the day that you're
emotions
born.
blocked off like through trauma, but you
Yeah.
can't deny or like completely get rid of them. Getting
Oh,
rid of
shit.
emotions does not makes you not like human. It's what makes us us.
You have to listen to the "Be the Man" song. Or "Be the
Even
Man."
animals have emotions. Granted, they don't explore them as much as we do because it's not in their nature, but they have them.
Shit.
Now, morality, that's a different thing.
Yes, that's the thing I was trying
If
to.
Superman were raised by, it's a possibility that if Superman was raised on Krypton, he
Have fun
may
playing with your balls, Jack.
view like people, like humans, as like like bugs and stuff like that, like every
Yeah.
evil Superman does.
Huh?
Did you have fun playing with your balls?
Which is the case with everyone.
All right.
I only have one.
All right. This is turning into more of a.
Yeah, because you have shit takes. All right.
I don't have shit takes.
Being raised
just-
by
we
raised
have-
by people
we
does
have
not make
big-
you like
we just have big disagreements. All right. There's
disagreements. Nah, you're just wrong. I'm educating.
We gotta
bro.
have
Like, what do you
argument night.
mean?
We gotta have an
Yeah, you
argument night on
can't-
the channel. We
you
just
can't-
argue and freaking yell.
just argue.
Look, they
mean, if
explore the human
it-
side of Superman. That's just his life. He's a reporter
Yeah.
for the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
There's not much to write home about.
I mean,
What the
but
fuck
if
do
you
you
use
mean?
your
Have you seen Superman?
imagination.
Gosh damn it. All right.
Just let
Let's
the
move on to
imagination.
another topic. What are we gonna?
Right,
talk
music.
about?
James, what's your favorite song?
Wait,
we
what?
already talked about that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hold on. Let me pull up a topic.
Topic, please.
All right. What is something that you've always wanted to do but haven't gotten around to doing it?
Start lifting.
Speed running. and doing some kinds of shit.
Still on Taparoni, you ever gonna do my guy?
Sorry. Can you repeat the question again, Tom?
What is something that you've always wanted to do, but you haven't gotten around to
Crack.
doing?
You know what?
I just, I just want to say for everyone around here, we do not use drugs. I promise. He's joking.
Yeah, because he hasn't gotten
Oh,
around
yeah.
to doing it.
Oh God,
Of course we don't do him. He hasn't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I will never do that.
Yeah.
But shut up.
Shit.
And why haven't you gotten around to doing that?
Working at
It's-
Top
it's
Golf
good.
because I'm gonna work at Top Golf, y'all.
Yeah, he told us. He told me. He told me first because I'm. his
No,
buddy.
no, I actually told Ryan first.
sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at that.
You should have not.
I shouldn't. Sorry. I just.
I
Spur-
feel
spur of the
tempted.
moment.
I feel tempted to kick one of you people for the funnies.
To
There he
kick
goes.
one of
Discord
us?
mod at it again.
Oh, I thought he meant like come back to California, kick the shit out of us.
No.
I'm gonna kick one of you guys for that.
This is what a Discord
I'm
mod
gonna
no
kick
one
for the
can say,
funnies.
man. Typical Discord mod behavior. Typical mod L. Ooh.
All right.
But something I've always wanted to do yet, I haven't gotten around to doing it yet, and I actually wanted to do it back in August. Now that I'm of legal age, I want to go skydiving.
That's
Mm.
what I'm saying.
I no longer need parental consent as an adult, so I'm like, why not just go skydiving? Why not?
Cool.
Yeah,
Alright, well that was
is,
fun. So here's the question now that we've answered it. Why haven't we gotten around to doing the things we want to do?
it's just a
Because
matter
I
of
can't.
starting.
Because there's no drug dealers in Lincoln.
There
Because
is though!
Wait, did Jack
Well, I
answer
don't
the
see any.
question?
Yeah.
Because
Crack.
He
it's
said crack.
No, what was the actual answer?
Working at Top Golf.
Well, you start that.
all right.
I know they
Um,
didn't start me yesterday or today, so
Well,
I
because
did
it's
not-
the end of the week.
that's my explanation for it.
I see. Yeah.
That's
I
why I
did-
haven't gotten around to it because they're lazy.
Okay.
dang.
Hey, cheese.
I didn't get around to speed.
No, I'm not yelling at you.
Alright,
I'm yelling at
James.
I didn't get around to speedrunning because it looks really hard. Yeah.
But you can go outside and speedrun.
No, I mean a video game.
I
Video
know.
games.
Take it from Gumball. You can turn anything into a video game. He played Mario IRL.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Ryan, why haven't you gotten around to doing your thing?
You don't even remember what it was.
I think it was like forklifts or something.
No. I want to start lifting.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
Like, I haven't gotten around to it because, okay, first of all, I don't even know where to start. Second of all, I feel like I'd do better if I had someone to do it with.
Yo, I'm already starting to do that, dog.
You're starting to lift?
We can help each. Yeah, we can help each other out.
Dude, that's epic.
You have a membership to the clubhouse in Lincoln by Lincoln
Dude,
Crossing.
No.
Oh,
You can bring a guest, can't you?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can get those lifts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we'll discuss. We'll plan this out later.
We'll
Alright.
discuss it.
Yeah.
We're having fun. All right. What else do we got for fun?
all right.
Mr.
All-time favorite movie.
Ooh. Actually, I have a choice. I have two picks here.
All right.
I
Oh
won
my
for
God.
this year, and I won for all time.
What's your one for all time?
All time. This can be controversial. Can be
Okay.
controversial to y'all. But my favorite movie of all time is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
All right.
Nice.
The best 3-hour movie I've ever watched.
Pretty good one.
Best movie of 2022. Thomas probably agrees with me here. Is Top Gun: Maverick. Say no different.
Oh,
Whoa! Top Gun Maverick is epic.
Do we each do one for like this year and then all time?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
I feel
works,
like I
that
feel like
works.
that'd be a really good thing.
Yeah, that works.
Go for it.
So James, you want to do yours?
What?
So
All-time
do
favorite
your-
movie and all-time favorite movie this year.
All right, I did not.
You want
wait.
you want to you want me
Wait.
to come back to you?
You know what? You know what? You know what? No. All-time
Okay.
favorite movie, Empire Strikes Back. I know it's very generic sounding,
Oh,
but
that's fine.
I
It's-
love that
it's-
movie to
yeah.
bits and pieces.
So,
And then favorite movie of 2022 has to be The Batman. All right,
Wait,
Hey,
did that
I
come
loved
out?
it.
Wait, no, that
yeah,
didn't
that
come
came out in March.
it did.
Oh.
It came out in March of 2022.
I'm like, I swear though, it was like really cold then. I thought it was winter. Why do I think it's winter?
Well, I mean, it was close to like March. I think the early
I do
weeks
know
of
we were
March. So it
talking
was
about
like
it.
starting to become spring, but like it's still winter at that point.
Hmm.
and plus, we went out in the middle of the night.
Oh,
I got to
true,
see it
that's
opening.
right.
I got to see it opening night with a
Okay.
couple of friends, so that was awesome.
Yeah. We remember when we went to Target?
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we,
yeah.
didn't go?
I remember that.
I didn't do that.
Now James, what's your all-time favorite movie?
I
Oh wait, you already said that.
You
You said Empire Strikes Back. All right, Ryan, your turn. Sorry, I'm losing my mind over here.
So, favorite movie of let's see, of this year, I'm split between Multiverse of Madness and The Batman.
Mm.
But just for my experience at the theater, I'm gonna say Batman. And my favorite movie of all time, I don't know why, but there's just something about it. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Mm.
I agree. That's my favorite. That's my second favorite Harry Potter movie.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is just so good to me. I don't know why.
Actually, I just changed my answer. Fuck.
You like
20
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
No. I just thought of another movie that came out. Bullet Train. That shit was
I didn't see it.
fire.
I still
Yeah,
need to watch that,
I,
dude.
I haven't seen it
Dude,
yet.
I was like, they were playing the trailer for that when I was at Batman, and I was like, bro, I was talking to my friend Sam, bro, we need to see this movie, and I haven't spoken to him since.
Dude, this movie is so fucking. It's fire. My stepdad hated it, but I love it. All right.
Wait, Tom, when did Morbius come out?
2022.
This year, the
Oh,
Morbius.
I know my
Morbius,
I know
number
my
one,
answer
Morbius,
then.
Morbius.
I know my answer.
Morbius.
You
That's an
can't-
honorable
Hold on.
mention.
Hold on.
You can put it wherever you want
You can't-
because it's funny and it sucks, kind of.
You can't definitively say Morbius without taking in consideration Minions: The Rise of Gru.
That
Alright.
movie.
Oh,
was
fuck that shit.
garbage.
That movie was terrible, dude.
That movie was garbage.
James,
That was not worth the suit, bro.
I
It was
don't
not.
I don't know if we ever told you, but me, Jack, Ryan, and Matt all morbed together in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
we
Domino's.
did, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
yeah.
Yeah, we all
We-
morbed.
Tell me.
S-
in great
some
detail.
No,
more than
it's
others,
a
if
sacred
you know what I
thing.
mean.
It's
we
sacred
can't-
thing. That's all we can say.
Me and James we already had our morb moments, so it's already
Morbid time.
there. Because I saw Morbius the first time with him. So
Right, yeah, I remember
I
you guys
think-
were in a Discord call, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
my first time watching Morbius was with you, James.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And then
you're the one
and
that
then I-
introduced it to us, Ryan. That
Yeah,
that
and I
night,
got
yeah.
and I got all these knuckleheads because we all got carbon monoxide poisoning. So
What?
Yup.
yeah, it's a long story.
It's-
And we had-
we
Yeah.
got
we had
carbon monoxide
and-
poisoning, so we decided to stay home and watch Morbius.
That's amazing.
Yep. And eat Domino's.
And eat Domino's, that's right.
And eat
Won't say
Domino's,
what-
bro.
won't
We
say
had
what
so
food-
much
what-
food, dog.
Okay, I don't know why Thomas decided to do that after a barbecue, dog.
Okay,
Why?
so do you want to know the honest truth? So
Okay.
when I made the call, right, I snuck into like the back room, and I made the call. When I told them, I said I wanted like the 6-piece brownie kit, right, and 2
They sent you
pizzas,
6 brownie like lava cakes.
and like I got the lava cakes, but then I wanted to give each person a brownie too. So
Were there 2 boxes of the brownies?
there was 6.
There was.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
about
there was
that.
They gave
there
us
was
6
yeah,
boxes
yeah,
of
there was
brownies.
6
I asked for 6 pieces of brownie, not 6 boxes. So when the guy
And then-
showed up,
and
was like,
then
"I've
they
never
had, like,
seen someone
3
order
then they
this
had,
much
like-
brownie before."
Bro,
I'm like,
they're like,
dude, I didn't even order
they
this shit.
probably thought when you said 6 piece, they were like, we cut these things into 9 pieces. How are we gonna give them 6? Oh, he probably just wants 6.
That's
No, it's
hilarious.
You actually got
But,
4 lava.
like,
You actually got
when we
4
s-
lava
when we
cakes
saw
because
him
there was
come in-
one for each of us.
Yeah, exactly.
When we saw him coming with the food, we were like, who are you expecting to eat all this? As
Yes.
we were stuffing it in our faces.
I go up to the guy and he's like, "I've never seen anyone order this much brownies before. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I ordered 6, and they
Bro,
gave me."
I tried so hard
6.
to like leave the place cleaner than I found it, but the place was so much of a mess that I couldn't even tell if I was doing
We
a
had
good job.
pizza, lava cake, and a brownie. We died that
Yeah.
night.
Also known as diabetes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if.
Bro, I think was it? I don't know if it was just me or someone else, but like I was on the verge of shitting myself towards the end of the
We
movie.
all shit
I thought
ourselves,
about-
man.
Yeah,
we all,
I thought-
we all
No,
like
I
we all
literally
shit
got
ourselves.
up in the middle of the Jackbox game and said, "I'm gonna more."
Exactly.
I'm
And
constant morbed.
and diarrhea in the toilet. I'm kidding.
That sounds amazing.
It felt
That was
like
like-
it down there because it felt like a running
The
fire.
the movie was nice. It just we died afterwards, James. It was
Yeah.
very.
Like I'm pretty sure the carbon monoxide got into our heads and we thought anything was great.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's the
And by
case
the way,
or it was
I
actually
ate-
great, but
I ate 2 boxes of those brownies too.
Dude, I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah,
you
we ate a lot of
18
food.
brownies then.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
sick.
Two-
shit, man. I couldn't eat 18 of anything.
Alright.
Yeah.
New topic?
I forgot what we were talking about. We just kind of went on like a
we
Morbius
talked
tangent.
about
Where-
movies, like favorite movies.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think everyone answered.
Favorite movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second, man. Pull up my good old topic list. How's your guys' jobs going?
Well, mine hasn't started yet, so I can't really answer that question.
My job is going great.
Let's hear some job stories. Anyone got some? Ryan, you're pretty good at job stories. Tell us a job
This
story.
is why we need Matt.
I can't
He's
really
got-
think of any off the top of my head because they're so scattered. There's not a lot of customer experience when you're just checking in people with their windows down. But oh man, I think my first encounter with like a really angry customer was it was close to my first month on the job, and we were checking in. I think there was maybe like 2 cars in line at the time. This guy had parked his Cadillac towards like the back of the line, and we see him like walking down. I'm checking in a car, and I'm like, "Hey, can I help you, sir?" And he's like, "Yeah, I need to speak to a manager like right now." And I'm like, "Okay, manager is here right now. Can I relay a message?" And he's like, "No, the fuck you cannot relay a message. Like, y'all charged me for my goddamn membership when the guy rung me up said he wasn't gonna do that, and I told him not to ring me up for the 2nd month, but he still fucking did." And like he just kept going on and on. And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what to do with that. We can't give you a refund for your thing." But like, actually, I don't even think I told him about the refund. He just was going off about like, it's like I told y'all not to charge me. Now I got no more fucking money in my account, and I gotta send money for my daughter. She's stuck in Alabama. She can't afford an Uber. I can't wire her money for that shit. He's just going on and on. This went on for a solid like 2 minutes of him just like cursing me out, and just yelling in like the middle of it. And I think the guy that I was about to check in, he was like, he heard this, and he was like, "Hey, you gotta watch your mouth." And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch. I'll talk whoever I fucking want. Mind your goddamn business."
God
Like,
damn.
he literally said that to the guy. Like, he yelled this at him. He was in the 2nd lane. We're over in this 1st lane. And this guy is out of his car just like yelling at strangers. And it was just like, a
Damn.
ridiculous set of events. It was just a ridiculous like set of events. And like it bothered me. Not because of like what he was saying, but because I didn't get to resolve the issue. I had one of my coworkers there. They thought because I was too green, I wouldn't be able to handle the situation. So they stepped in and were like, all right, let me handle this. And I was like, I wanted to be the one to do that. It's It's always like so amazing. People always talk about the negative like experience that they have in customer service, but really, like me and Matt were talking about this, and it was like, but those are just the most fun. The most fun you will ever have in customer service is being yelled at by someone. And it's just the greatest. Like these people will get mad for the smallest things, and you just gotta sit there like, yeah. Okay. Wow.
Yo, dude,
Like that's how I was with the guy, and everyone thought that like everyone at the store thought I was like shooken up from the guy.
right?
I was like, bro, I was having the time of my life.
Boom, boom.
Like
diggity.
people always say they cannot work in customer service because of like how people are, or like how how mean people are.
Right.
Honestly, you just gotta not be an idiot about it. Like if you
There
like
you
if
go.
you like find a way to deal with people, it's just simple. But yeah, that's like my favorite story to tell people, because it's like people think, oh, you work at a car wash, there can't be that many bad customers. I'm like,
Dude, I
It's a
would
very
never have
hard-
thought an argument like that would come from a car wash.
yeah, it was just super weird. And I never heard from that guy again.
Hmm.
That's a very heartwarming story.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully that guy is watching the stream right now.
He's probably
He
not.
definitely is
Podcast.
not, bro.
No.
He was like very like, he's like very close to like elderly, like maybe like end of middle age. Like that's like the age gap he was. Like he was bald, had a white mustache. He was in a red-
know.
He was in a red tank top, white shorts, and just like walking like he had a limp. That's the type
What?
of guy this was.
What, you think just some old man is just reading books or doing whatever? No.
Yes.
What if this old man's gaming, you know?
He drove
No.
a Cadillac. Of course he's doing old people stuff.
No, he's gaming.
What are you
Cadillacs-
talking about?
No.
Yo, people who drive Cadillacs are gamers.
They can't afford a setup. Their car's like their car's
Hold
like
on.
$30,000.
You never know.
Upwards of 30,000.
You
I'm
never-
sorry.
You never judge a book by its cover, man.
I'm gonna
I'm
judge.
telling
I
you.
judge people by their cars, bro. So many people come in and they roll their windows down, and it's just like smoke, just like.
Yeah,
Just
an
like- it
example
just-
of being, oh, look at this motherfucker with his old 2005 Nissan that's blue and barely runs.
You know, that sounds like someone that comes in the wash every other day, huh?
Yeah,
Anyway,
probably.
you
That guy was.
doxing
I
your
know that
car.
guy. That guy was even there today.
No, it's crazy, and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I showed up there
Unless-
briefly for a wash because I get free
Why
ones.
weren't you there?
Because I was off that day. It's my
Are you
day off.
threatening him? Why weren't you there? God damn it.
Yeah.
I get 2 days off. a week.
Mason had to wash me today, brother.
Yeah,
Don't let him wash you.
Mason. Oh, Mason.
Mason
Smith.
Smith.
Yo.
Should we be saying his name?
He
We
doesn't
just doxed.
care.
We just doxed you.
Everyone,
Mason
forget that you heard that.
Smith. We're sorry, Mason Smith, that we doxed you.
Stop saying his name.
So I'm not gonna lie. In high school, he scared me.
Now we're talking about him now. Stop it.
This has to be
Uh,
slander, bro.
No, we can't. No. We're not gonna talk about high school. Yeah. High school.
Let's not talk about people that are in our lives currently and know us personally that are not
Yeah.
here. Let's not do that.
Yeah, man. Let's just.
Well, my
Unless it's
topic
funny.
I'm talking about will break those rules instantly.
Fine, dude. Whatever,
Sports.
dude.
Sports. Come on, talk to us.
All right. Are we gonna get into Jack's section of the podcast?
One second. We might be having a like a cameo here in a second.
Cameo.
Oh.
John Cena.
Do, 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 do.
Oh. Who's the cameo?
Oh, it's a secret. It's a surprise.
Oh, is it? I know who it is. I know who it is.
Who
I
is
know
it?
who it is.
Who is it?
It's the Czechs, isn't it?
No.
No.
I don't even know who it is, and I know it's not him.
You don't know who Chex is?
Well, no.
I'm saying I don't know who the surprise guest is, but I know damn well he's not coming on here.
No, he would.
Nope.
He did show up earlier on the live chat, but he I don't think he would ever make a cameo into the actual
Did he?
podcast. Yeah, he was on when it first started.
Oh yeah, I saw. I see now.
Yeah, he was being a homie. Yeah. Yeah.
He said
Shout
one
out-
thing. How was that being a homie?
He said
Dude,
sup
shout
and
out.
okay.
You know what? Yeah,
Shout
like
out.
one thing does make a difference. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Shout out to Chex.
Also, to answer your question, I asked Google, are people that drive Cadillacs gamers? It says no.
No.
Point for me.
Google is a liar. We all,
I
we all
Google-
know.
dude.
Don't you know that the internet
I
tells the
technically
truth?
work with cars. I know the types of people that drive certain cars.
Okay.
No, you
You
work
get to-
for the
Okay.
You're-
okay.
you're-
Here's
Although-
the thing. Here's the thing. Look,
works
okay.
for the government. You work for the government, and you must be server muted.
Look.
Oh
If
shit. Oh.
I don't know if I did that on accident or on purpose.
what the hell happened?
I 1984 to you.
World.
Did you kill him?
I 1984.
The thing about the thing I was saying earlier. The thing about working at a car wash is that no matter how hard you try, you will profile.
By the-
There
hey,
is
so-
no
so-
escaping it. You can
So what?
I have substratas. I have so many, like a very specific one. White women in a Denali. I cannot stand them.
What about white boys driving gray Ford trucks?
I've
Oh,
only had one bad experience with a kid driving a truck,
Hmm.
and that was like my first day.
Oh,
Wait, Ryan, who did you say drove the Cadillac? Can you describe him to me again?
I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm pretty sure he was.
boxing moment.
Was he a white elderly male?
No, he was not.
Okay.
Was he a human?
Yes.
Damn it, it's not.
I don't know
So-
why.
Oh,
I don't know why this took me so long to
According
answer.
to Google, most like 90% of people that drive Cadillacs are old white males.
Makes
That's
sense.
impossible.
What's
Google
the
is
what's
a
the
liar. Google works for the government.
is that ba-
Brian?
did Google find that or who's the source?
Google.
Google is the government. Google controls us.
No, that's
Google.
that's no.
The Earth is flat. I have no proof.
So you're telling me the Earth is like a McNasty Pizza Hut pizza
Yes.
It's hot and ready.
and waiting.
I have no explanation as to why, but I know the Earth is flat, which means I am correct. Check
that makes
liberal.
no sense.
Do we want to
At
move on to
all.
the sports segment?
I
Alright,
would love to do that.
Sure, let's go
Awesome.
ahead. Jack, you haven't spoken in a while. Would you like to? Holy shit, bruh. You actually okay? Would you like to start off then?
Okay, guys. So it has been a long while since we have talked about sports on this channel.
Oh, boy.
But
Been like a
there's
year.
going to be a new main sport. That
Esports
is talked about.
2022.
Ain't nuts in your mouth.
So
Chicken pot
the
pie.
new sport that I've gone into and studying all about is the UFC.
Oh, is it the one where they do kung fu or something?
Aren't those the thing? That's the thing in the sky that takes people, right?
Oh,
I was expecting this, Tommy.
Can I
No
clip
wait,
that?
no wait, that's the chicken place, isn't it?
Can I clip
Yeah,
that, James?
United Fried Chicken? Isn't that what it is?
yeah.
United. Oh, it's the
Sure.
KFC Union.
Sure it is. But no, UFC stands for Ultimate Fighting Championships, and Kung Fu is not one of the fighting styles.
So wait, serious question. Is MMA separate from UFC?
Yeah.
They're the same thing.
What?
Okay.
Mixed martial artists are what the UFC is.
Right. Okay. I thought. Okay. So I thought that like UFC. I knew like UFC encompassed MMA. I just didn't know MMA was
Yeah.
like
UFC
incorporated
covers
into
UFC.
UFC.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
UFC cover like
UFC
all the things like
it covers
boxing, wrestling, like
boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai,
Muay Thai,
um,
yeah.
judo
I was
a
actually-
little bit,
I actually know a little bit of Muay Thai. Muay Thai is actually a pretty nice art
Yeah.
to learn.
and pretty much just mental toughness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Brawling, street fighters as well.
Street fighting. Hold on.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
In the UFC?
Street fighting is its. Yeah, there's a couple of people who
That's
are like
under the
designated...
UFC like umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
It is.
There's no
A lot
way.
of some of the greatest fighters.
Wait. Is slap fighting part of UFC or no?
No, slap fighting is not part of it. It's in its like own different.
Dude, I can't
Okay,
believe
yeah.
Street
I
fighting's
figured that
under
would be the case
UFC.
because not a lot of UFC covers
Right.
open-handed combat.
Jack, isn't street
Yo.
fighting illegal?
Not in the countries where these fighters fight in, no. And if they're under contract with the UFC, no.
Ooh.
If they're under contract, yeah, you can fight wherever
Okay,
you want. 'cause I know-
that's what begs the question. Like, what separates a street fight, like just a normal street fight, like two dudes like beefing in the streets, to like an actual UFC street fight? What's the difference there?
Well.
Oh, true.
the
Yeah,
actual-
there would be like.
Well,
Is it filmed or is it just like? Oh yeah, I've
Is it like
been in a
the
street
is it
fight.
like
No one-
is it like the
okay,
prostitute
no-
loophole where it's like if prostitution is illegal, but if you film it and put it online,
Becomes
it's
pornography?
completely
none of those are filmed. It just happens when they say it happens. It's mostly in private, so no one knows that it happens.
Oh, okay. So they just kind of happen, like.
Yeah,
like you
they
just
pretty
get in a
much kinda
street
happen
fight
in
and then you join the UFC and they're like, oh yeah, I was in a street fight.
That's
I
Or
no,
so wait,
not
are-
even
are-
that. Even when they're in the UFC, they do it,
I know.
but they hardly ever speak about it.
I know MMA
Are they
is
allowed
like
to
the
talk about
most
it?
like televised like UFC like branch, right?
UFC. So there's UFC and Bellator. Those are really in one championship. Those are the three biggest promotions. UFC towers. Bellator is gently below it, and then one championship has pretty much just one good fighter, and that's it. But when you think of MMA, UFC and Bellator are really the only two you think about.
Gotcha.
But UFC's always been the biggest brand for the last 20 years or so. And
Interesting.
I have noted out all 12 divisions, the 8 male divisions and the 4 female divisions. Actually, technically 3, because in the 4th one there's only one fighter in that,
Oh,
so there's not really much to talk about. So I've kind of coming up with like the champs and the top contenders, dream fights that I wish could have happened, fights I would like to see in the future, and fights that are already scheduled and happening in the future.
okay.
So I guess we'll start off lightest to heaviest. So the flyweights divisions, which is the 125-pound division. Currently, right now, it's not as stacked as it used to be. The main fight that's happening in January of 2023 is Figueiredo versus Moreno 4. It's the only quadrilogy that's ever happened in the UFC. The first fight, Moreno won. The second fight was a draw, and the third fight Figueiredo won. So they're really and Figueiredo's last fight was the third fight against Moreno at UFC 270.
270.
and
Wait,
that's when he
are we
won.
in UFC 281 right now?
281 is November 12th.
Okay. So close to
So
it.
this,
Close
happened,
to it.
so this happened 11 months ago.
Yeah.
And then Moreno at 277 won the interim title against Kai Kara France, who's currently number 3 contender. I want Kai Kara to get a title shot soon. I think he just needs to win one more big fight, and then he should get that shot back again.
Mhm.
Because before that, he was on like a 7-fight win streak, which is good. But I think if Kai Kara wins his next fight, he should get whoever wins the Moreno Figueiredo 804. And dream fights, as dream fights go, I put Demetrius Johnson versus Brandon Moreno, because I don't know if you all know, Demetrius Johnson holds the record for consecutive title defenses with one championship with 11 straight. 11 straight wins with his title, and then Moreno, I think, is the most durable light flyweight.
There's a fight I want to see.
I got a question.
Demetrius Johnson's in one championship though.
Well,
so
no,
it can't
I
happen.
want to see Dream versus George.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I have a question.
I'm gonna kill you. Yeah,
I have a
yes.
question. So the weight class, you said it was at 125. Is there like a range for it? Like,
So
It's
what's
usually
like
125 to
is
126.
the maximum weight you can be 125? Or
Yeah.
is that the?
for title fights, yes, but for any flyweight fight, it's 126. If you go over that, you miss weight.
So there's
and I
like a
think
margin of error type of thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
and you can go 2 pounds below 125 as well. Anywhere in that.
So upwards of 126 is just a whole nother like division,
So there's
or not another
so-
division, but like another. It is a division, right?
Yeah. So kind of how
Like
it,
you have
so
the
how it goes.
flyweights. It's
Flyweight-
no, wait. Let me try and
You got this.
name the divisions. I know there's like
Okay.
flyweight. There's straw weight, right? There's straw.
That's for women. That's the
Oh, that's
115.
straw.
All right,
Uh,
everybody, our cameo will be appearing in a second.
Is it paper? No, paperweight is the thing you put on papers to.
Paperweight's not the thing in UFC.
There's.
Uh,
I know lightweight is too generic, right? Lightweight is one of them, or no?
Lightweight is 155.
Lightweight is 155. Okay.
There's two in between. There's two classes in between flyweight. and
Wait, I
I
thought
know-
lightweight
I
was
know-
150, not 155.
I know there's.
55.
I know
No,
there's.
it is-
I know
it's
there's
55.
heavyweight. That's what everyone talks about. Everyone talks about heavyweight.
Yeah, heavyweight is
Yeah.
210 to 265. That one you can be in anywhere in that range and be fine.
Okay. That's
Just
that's
'cause
like
it's hard-
that's like my
it's
that's like my
because-
extent in them.
Just kind of for that, it's kind of hard to cut to a certain weight to match your opponent.
Yeah, I was
so-
thinking if you go out of hand and you gain like an extra like 3 pounds of muscle, you are fucked.
Yeah. So
That'd be so funny.
so
that
in
would be-
between lightweight and flyweight, there's bantamweight, which is 135.
Bantamweight, that was it.
Yeah. Featherweight.
And
which is
welcome!
who's that?
Our cameo guest, Mr. Forensic Mags.
Oh, no way.
Yo.
So tonight I've asked Mr. Mags, as we were just on the topic of jobs and job stories, to share one of his famous job stories with everyone tonight. Thank you for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Like infamous. They're not famous. They are infamous.
Infamous, my bad.
Alright. Well, what kind of story do you want?
It's up to you.
I got multiple.
Whichever
Like,
one you want to talk about.
Well, we were talking about like customers and like
Yeah,
negative
deal-
customers.
Oh. Okay. Let me think. What's a recent story that I can give? Okay. This one actually was kind of recent. It was like a month ago. So I was working on Backdrive. I was helping out my coworker Juan. Him and me were just vibing. He was on his break, so he was like in the back with me. And as we were talking, we heard someone up front get a bit loud. And at first we're like, oh, okay, it's Coda and Eric, our other co-workers. Like, all right, let's go check on them. We go up to the front, and we see Coda arguing with someone on the other end. Mind you, Coda has never really argued with anyone. She's chill. She never really raises her voice. No, she was like raising her voice at this lady who was at the other end. And I'm just like watching, like, what is going on? And eventually I peek out, and the lady notices me. She was like this short white lady, like black hair. And I peek out, and she's like, "You there? Can you get your manager? This person will not listen to me." And I'm like, "Girl, you're talking to the manager. You're talking to the manager."
I
And
was
she's like,
about
"No,
to
this
say.
is not the manager. There's no way this lady's the manager. She's not showing me respect." I'm like, "She doesn't have to show you respect." So me and Juan are just laughing at Coda that this Karen is not believing us. And eventually Coda's like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the McDonald's. And I'm like, damn, pulling that card. And this lady just goes, "No, I want to speak to your manager. I'm like, I have an idea, Coda. And I pull out my phone and I call the actual like store manager. Mind you, she hates getting called. I call her up, I hand it to Coda, she hands it to the lady, and my manager's as confused as we are because she talks to this person. We can't hear much besides the Karen like talking, but it sounds like the Karen was like complaining. She was trying to like call us out of being rude to her, but the entire time I could just hear her getting very annoyed at my manager, so she was not winning in whatever conversation she was having. And by the end, she just dropped my phone onto the counter and then walked out. It was very I picked up my phone later. I was like, damn it, why did it have to be my phone? Like, why is it gotta be mine? But yeah, that was just a random Karen moment, and I was just like, bruh.
Wait. So Matt, did Coda ever tell you like why she was so pissed off?
Oh no, my manager told me because she came in the next day and she was like, Matthew, so you called me, right? I was like, yes. Don't ever do that again. That lady was dumb as hell. I was like, oh damn,
God.
Did you ever
Fair
like
enough.
wait? So was there ever like did anyone like was there any backstory there?
Yeah.
okay.
So why was the
My
lady so
manager
pissed
told
off?
me. My manager summarized. So the customer originally came in and she was gonna complain about an order that happened 3 days ago.
Bro.
And she was complaining, but then Coda tried stopping her, saying, hey, that's a bit too long ago, we can't really do that, do you have your receipt? And the second she brought up the receipt, the Karen started getting mad, and she would not listen to Coda, and it was like, what the fuck? And eventually, that's when Coda started like raising her voice, and she was like, look, there's literally nothing I can do, I have to get back to work. But nah, this Karen just did not care, and she kept yelling. So when she spoke to my manager, the entire conversation was just my manager going, do you have a receipt? No, then we can't help you. Do you have a receipt? No, we can't help you. And the Karen just would not listen, basically.
Damn.
People are
All that
stupid.
Yeah, no.
over receipt.
And it's so funny because now we have a policy. It's called the Matthew and Juan policy. Basically what we do is we ask people if they want the receipt. And it gives them the option if they want it or not. Over 80% don't want their receipt back. And it's funny because then it's over 30% of people who then want their to refund, but they don't have their receipt. So it's like this odd phenomenon of, okay, we give you the opportunity to not get your receipt back. There you go. But then you can't complain to us later about your food because you don't have your receipt.
Exactly.
So it's like a major FU because it's like, you wanted to be lazy, we get to be lazy.
Well, my question is, why would she come like that day, 3 days later, to complain about a meal that she got 3 days before?
Oh no, we've gotten someone who came a whole week later.
What?
Like, they ordered their food, they brought their receipt. It was an order made a week, like 8 days ago. She brought it in.
Why?
He or she, I forget what it was. And they were like, that you messed up on my order. I didn't get this. And I've only now been able to come in. And my manager just looked at it, was like, this is 8 days old. We cannot help you.
No.
We cannot help you with that.
Like, I would understand like maybe a day, but even that's like a little like it's a meal.
No, like, so the thing with McDonald's, if you want to complain about your food, do it the like minute after you realize what's wrong, or the very next day at the latest. You wait another day, and you're probably not going to get helped, unless you're an annoying Karen. Which at that point we're like, fine. We'll
That
help.
reminds me of the rewash policy we have at the car wash. So if you don't like your wash or like you wanna like it's not as clean, you can come in up to 30 minutes afterwards and you can like clean your car, right? Or if it rains the day after your wash, you can come and get a rain check. Some people don't understand this. So they'll come, like they'll get their wash done. They'll drive home. They'll sleep. And then they look at their car and then they'll find something wrong with it. And then they'll come in like, "Hey, I came in yesterday and my car's still dirty. I want to rewash." We have to explain to them that like look, we can't give you a rewash because our policy is 30 minutes. And the amount of people that are just like, what do you mean? You took my money. It's my wash. And, and it's like I can't help you there. It's like,
Yeah, some people just don't listen, and it's
the
so
worst
annoying
part-
because
and these people will come in during rush hour.
Oof.
Like we have like so many cars backed up, and there's like 2 people out there like that are checking in cars. So one of us is preoccupied with this person that doesn't know how to, take no for an answer, while the other one is just like trying to check in cars. And then it's unfair to the people behind them because they got there and now the people around them are just getting checked in. Oh, because this one person cannot understand that they dirtied up their car, so they think they're entitled to another wash. There's been one incident, I can't remember. It's not in the same vein as this, but this guy always comes in and we always check in his car. His car has there's a problem in the system. It's not picking up his car as a member. So we asked him about it, and he was like, "Oh, it should be there." And like, I got fed up with him. So I was like, "Okay, well, it shows here that you have a membership. It's just not showing up. So I'll give you the wash and you'll be good." And he was like, "Cool, thanks." And so we have to find this complicated way of like finding his membership, because we can't just like type in his plate and find his membership. We have to get his credit card and like look him up with using his profile. And no matter what we do, we cannot pull up this guy's profile. We tell him this every time, and he's like, no, it should be here. I canceled my membership and I have until the end of the month. And he was dealing with one of my other coworkers, right? She was new. It was barely her like first week, and she was dealing with him. And like she was trying to like find his profile and like explain to him that we couldn't find his membership. So I stepped in, and the first thing he said was, "All right, look, see, like that's how you do it. You gotta take lessons from this guy. He knows what he's doing." Like, and I like, of course, I'm not gonna take that for my coworker. I'm like, "Look, please don't lecture my coworker." And like, and then he goes to me and he's like, "Bro, like, no, this is how you do things. You teach the people, and then they learn from you." And I'm like, if you know how to manage a car wash, do it yourself. Well, of course I didn't say this to him,
Right.
but like I had said the part where it was like, don't lecture my coworker. Like I told him up front, don't lecture my coworker, because that's not his place to do it. And he got pissed for some reason, like, and he's like, no, you gotta teach the people how to do these things. They learn. And then it's like, and then I couldn't find his profile because he doesn't have a fucking membership. and he looked at me and was like, "Bro, I gotta do this every time. This place fucking sucks." So like, he yelled this at me. And like I got fed up. Like we had cars piling up. So I was just like, "You know what, buddy? Fine." So I wrote a number and just let him go on his way. It's gonna cancel at the end of the month, so as long as he doesn't come in, it should be fine. But like at that point, I was like, okay, this man is going nowhere in life. It's just crazy how like they stop the membership and then they expect the same perks of the membership.
So I got a question regarding both of your jobs, and this is one that I've had to face in my just in my 2 weeks of working at my new job. Have you ever had to deal with a customer that doesn't speak English before?
yes.
Yeah, so many people come in who speak Spanish, and thank God my other closer is Mexican.
Yeah, no. So here's the problem. On closing shift, in morning shift, there's a bunch of people who can speak Spanish, but on night shift, the odds that you have someone who can speak Spanish is close to none, because the only people who can speak Spanish is the kitchen staff, and the kitchen staff don't know how to take orders, and you can't speak with the kitchen staff. So even if you ask them to translate for you, they're like, they want this, and you're like, what did you just say? So they have to look at the menu and be like, you want this? And they point up at the menu, and the other guy's like, yeah, that. And then he goes over, he's like, he wants this. And I have to then like coordinate with him, like, this, gotcha. But there is moments where people not only Spanish, but like I think we had someone who was Russian come in.
Damn.
Russian. We had someone who was Asian. They spoke some sort of language. I don't know. I'm not gonna guess what language they spoke.
Right.
But, you know, we got people who don't speak languages, and it becomes a game of charades because we have to figure out what they want because they're too stubborn. They're like, I want my food. So we have to like figure out what I think the worst that ever happened was this poor Asian lady. I was trying to take her order and I was like, do you speak English? And she just said something like some sort of she said something. Don't know what it was, but she said something. I'm like,
Right.
I pulled to the first window. Right? So I didn't even bother. I was like, come to the first window. We'll figure this out. So the entire time, I had to turn my monitor and point at what she wanted. I had to go back in the office and grab a menu and like circle things that she wanted. I'm like, you want this? You want extra stuff? What you want? So I had to do that. And by the end, she gave me the money and I think she said thank you because she was like bowing her head a bit. I was like, okay, good. I got recognized.
Like that, people like that baffle me because, okay, you have enough of a place in the world that you can like drive to McDonald's, right? Not a lot of immigrants can do that right off the bat.
Right.
Yeah.
At what point did you learn to drive, figure out what McDonald's was, and wanted to go there, that English was not involved in the process? They didn't think at some point they were like, okay, they don't know my native tongue. But then I understand that. But like with the feat of technology, you can type in whatever you want into a translator. Like
either that or you can just say I want number 1 McChicken.
even that, like you don't have anyone with you, like maybe like a friend or like a close like acquaintance that can help you.
Exactly.
No, okay, so I think the funniest time a foreign language person came in was someone who spoke German, and I partially speak German. There's actually been 2 accounts when German people have come in. One I found out they were German because that morning I was constantly saying Guten Morgen, like I kept saying Guten Morgen and Auf Wiedersehen, or like I kept saying like German phrases because I was trying to practice German. So this one person was like, "Hey, you're speaking German. Guten Abend. Wie geht's?" And I was like, "Oh, good." But yeah, so the second time though, it was funny because they only spoke German. Like they spoke very little English and spoke mainly German. So, and I wasn't working backdrive. I was working on lobby trying to clean.
Das?
But Koda ran out to the lobby and was like, "Matthew, your useless skill. It's time to shine. Get your ass over here." Because she's complained to me before. It's like, you know how to speak German, but not know how to speak Spanish? You're useless. And I'm like, sorry, German's more interesting. So she came out, and Juan was following her. It's like, Matthew, speak not speak. So I had to run to the back drive. I had to run to the back drive. And it was so weird because I could understand some of what they were saying, but the other half I haven't learned much German yet still. So I was still like, I was learning as I was speaking with them. I was like, what the hell did I say? I was like,
Oui.
Du bist Wasser, du bist Milch, du bist Coke, du bist double cheeseburger. Like I was like I had to improvise a bit, and they realized I was improvising. So it was so funny. I was just trying to talk to this person in German, and I barely understood German. But by the end of it, I got their order. They said it was correct. They got their food. It wasn't correct. They came back later. It was like, this ain't right, Chief. I was like, oh man.
Damn it.
So we had to like do the thing we did with the Asian lady. We had to pull out a menu. I was like, what do you want? what do you want? But yeah, you saying, man?
Oh, forgot what I was gonna say. What was it? Something about Spanish. Oh, no. So, before I was working at Quick Quack, I was doing volunteer work at my religious center. but the majority of people there speak a language called Farsi because they're all from Afghanistan. So they would talk in Farsi, and I don't know Farsi, so I would just be there like, okay, cool, because I know like a bit of like the Indian or Pakistan language, because that's where I was raised. That's not where I was raised, but like that's the language I grew up with. But even then, I don't speak that fluently. But like they're over here speaking like 7 languages, and
Jeez.
but it's mainly Farsi. So it's like I'm really debating which language I should like really focus on, whether it be Farsi or like Spanish or even like just the language of my tongue. Like
What I've learned, Ryan, is do not be pressured to learn a language that people tell you is important. Learn a language that you want to learn.
well,
If that
yeah,
language
like
happened to be
okay.
Spanish, then
Well, that's the thing. Like that's the thing. I would love to learn Spanish because it make my life so much easier. But Farsi is the same way, because like a lot of people that I know speak Farsi, and like, you know, like being able to communicate with them better, even though I haven't seen them in like a year, but like still.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, that's the opposite for me. I wanted to learn how to speak Spanish, but the problem is the people who do speak Spanish I don't live with. I haven't lived with them for like years, and I see them like once every year or 2 years. So I don't get to, even if I did learn Spanish, I wouldn't get to use it that much. Yes, I would be able to use it like at a job, but like the main reason I would want to use it, I wouldn't be able to. Meanwhile, I focused on German because I lived in Germany for 3 years and I didn't learn jack. So I was very sad that I didn't learn anything. So I was like, I'm going to make an effort. Hi, Jack. I was going to make an effort to learn German just because, 1, it's a cool language, and 2, because it was something that I felt ashamed that I didn't learn. So that's why I wanted to focus on it. But yeah. But yeah, that has been wait, I got way sidetracked. But yeah,
Oh,
that has
sorry.
been my my McDonald's horror story. One of them. It wasn't that bad though.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, no problem.
I'm gonna go off on my own little tangent. Last Tuesday was the most interesting hour and a half of my life. Again, I work at a paint store now. A customer came in that only spoke ancient Mandarin.
Whoa. No shit.
And so he was trying to communicate with me, a new employee who knows English, a little bit of Spanish, and a little bit of German, in ancient Chinese Mandarin. So I'm flabbergasted. I go and get my manager, and she's like, yeah, I can't tell what this guy's saying either. We need Brian. Brian is 78 years old. And he comes up, and he's just like, I have to go and tell him, I'm like, Brian, I need you. And he's like, why? I don't know, some guy's here, and he's speaking, I think, Mandarin. He's like, oh, you mean Zen. Alright, I'll be there in a second. He walks up, starts just speaking Mandarin, like, fluently, and I'm like, Brian, how do you know this? Well, I took an online class a year ago.
No
Alright,
way.
bro.
The thing is, though,
That is cap. That man lived in China at some point.
no!
That's fucking crazy.
That
He
man met Mao Zedong. No way.
He
That's
took
not
an okay, so it's funny. He took an online course at Sac State. For one for 1 full year, a professor there taught ancient Chinese Mandarin.
Holy shit.
For one
Ooh, my
full year
phone
last
applied.
year.
That's
Damn.
nuts.
That is nuts.
crazy.
Also, I'm sorry, but I have to go now.
Yeah, I know. Thank you again for coming on.
Yes.
Round of applause
Yeah.
for Mr. Warmonger.
Goodbye.
Mags.
Jack has ugly ass toes. Get them off the camera.
For free.
And this is where I take my leave. Ryan,
Bye,
goodbye.
Matthew. Thank you again for coming on.
Oh, we
Alrighty.
All right, so we have about 8 minutes left of the podcast time. Do we want to start with closing statements?
Oh, but
What?
Didn't I ask a question in the very beginning about
Maybe.
about what we wanted to do? Like,
You know, we look, Jackie boy, let's finish up your topic real quick, and then we'll move on to closing statements.
My topic's gonna take an hour.
Holy fuck, man.
Can you summarize it?
I'll try. Yeah.
You know,
Okay, so
we'll end a little bit later than we'll end at 10:15.
All right.
So.
Okay. I'll try to do this as quickly as I can. Okay, we'll skip. Flyweight's already done. Bantamweight, 135-pound division. Champion Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, #1 contender who just beat Piotr Jan at UFC 280. Merab Dvalishvili, #2. Piotr Jan, #3. Chito Vera, #4. Corey Sandhagen, 5. And I snuck in Umar Nurmagomedov at 13 because I want to see an Umar Sandhagen fight. As you know, as some of you may know, Umar Nurmagomedov is the cousin of the great Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib.
Heard a lot about this Khabib Nurmagomedov. Pure wrestling family. They just take down and as they say, maul their opponents. And I want to see Umar do that to Corey Sandhagen because I just want to see him kick Corey's ass. No offense to Corey at all. I want to see Jan and Merab because those two are just brawlers. And then Sterling O'Malley for the title, but in my dream, or Sterling Cejudo because they're trying to bring back the great Henry Cejudo, former double champion. And the dream fight I want to see for Bantamweight is a second fight between Henry Cejudo and Dominic Cruz. In my opinion, two greatest bantamweights of all time. All right, featherweight, 145-pound division. Alexander Volkanovski, #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, who's currently on a 12-fight win streak. Max Holloway is #1 contender. Yair Rodriguez is #2. Brian Ortega is #3. Arnold Allen, 10-fight win streak at #4. And Josh Emmett at #5. I say I want Max Holloway and Arnold Allen to fight because Volkanovski's already destroyed Holloway 3 times in title fights. So I don't think Holloway's going to get a title fight for a while. And Arnold, I think if Arnold beats Max, he will probably get the second fight from Volkanovski. I say Josh Emmett should get the title fight for Volkanovski after Volkanovski is going to try to get the lightweight title.
Right.
Because Josh is on a 5-fight win streak and he's just been knocking everybody out. And then the dream fight for featherweight is Volkanovski versus featherweight Conor McGregor. 2 guys who never lost in the weight division.
Is that a challenge?
When Conor was at featherweight, he never lost in the UFC.
Damn.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time for him to go back. Anyway, lightweight, 155. Islam Makhachev, also known as Khabib's brother, is the champion there. Charles Oliveira is #1. Dustin Poirier is #2. Justin Gaethje is #3. Beneil Dariush is #4. Michael Chandler is #5. So for UFC 281, Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier having a 3-round bout. That's just gonna be all violence because it's 2 boxers going at each other. I want to see Beneil Dariush fight Charles Oliveira as a title eliminator bout. Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Vaziev, who's in #7 in the rankings.
Right.
Just another one where it's just 2 boxers going out. And then Volkanovski is going to try to fight Islam to become a double champ.
He's gonna fight the country of Islam.
Islam's not a country.
Oh
Islam's
yeah,
not a
damn it!
country.
It's a religion.
But yeah, so they're going to try to do that for the Australia pay-per-view. And then
No, I'm gonna make Islam a country. I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on, I need a Google map.
And I wanted to see for lightweight. I wanted to see 3 fights, either Alexander Volkanovski versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, because they wanted to do that. And then another one was Charles Oliveira versus Khabib, because if Charles had beaten Islam at 280, that fight would have probably been next. And then as like a Warriors fight, Conor McGregor versus Tony Ferguson, which they're already trying to work on, which I think is really, really nice.
That sounds really cool, yeah.
Anyway, welterweight, 170. This is on to the next page. We got Leon Edwards, who's the champion.
Question.
Yes.
What was the weight class again?
Welterweight.
Okay.
Welterweight. We got Leon Edwards as the champion with a 10-fight win streak, who just defeated Kamaru Usman at UFC 278. Kamaru Usman with a 19-fight win streak that he broke. Longest win streak in history. So Usman's number 1 contender. Colby Covington is number 2. Khamzat Chimaev is number 3. Bilal Muhammad is number 4. They've already made Colby Covington and Khamzat Chimaev the rematch of Edwards Usman for UFC 285 in March. Chimaev Covington could be a fight of the year contender. Khamzat Chimaev 12-0, undefeated. Has only made it to a decision once. He's knocked out and submitted all of his opponents other than that. Colby Covington is, in my opinion, the most durable fighter in the UFC right now. So it's going to take a little bit for Khamzat to take him out. Another one that I want to see is two guys who I didn't mention in the 4 that were there, but it's Gilbert Burns and Jorge Masvidal, the two biggest gangsters in the whole thing. So if there's ever one like a street fight, this could be it right here. And I want to see, but for Bilal, I want to see him fight Khamzat, honestly, after the Covington fight, because Bilal just came off a huge win. And then as for welterweight, Kamaru Usman versus George St. Pierre is obviously would have been the dream fight for everybody, because George St. Pierre, the greatest welterweight of all time, defeated every person he ever faced in his 28 fights. And in his final fight, Ryan, you're gonna want to pay attention to this. His final fight against Michael Bisping at middleweight, which is 185 pounds, Michael Bisping never got submitted. George St. Pierre choked him unconscious in their fight.
Damn.
Shit,
Yeah,
bruh.
he didn't tap. He didn't tap. He just choked him unconscious instead. One of very few fighters that I've seen choke somebody straight unconscious where they didn't move for a solid 5 minutes.
That's fucking crazy.
George,
Damn.
in my opinion, George is the greatest fighter of all time. And I'll
He's
get
gotta
to
be.
more. Yeah, I'll get to more of that later. Middleweight, 185 pounds. Israel Adesanya is the champion. Robert Whittaker, number 1 contender. Jared Cannonier, number 2. Martin Vettori, number 3. Alex Pereira, number 4. Derek Brunson, number 5, and Paulo Costa, 6. Sean Strickland, 7. So, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira is the main event for UFC 281. Pereira defeated Adesanya in kickboxing before, but this is MMA.
Hey Ryan,
Yeah.
is Kazakhstan an Islamic country?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say so.
Yeah, as
Are you
well.
trying to create the country of Islam?
No.
Islam is not a country. What are you
He's
doing?
It
He's
will
trying to
be
create
in
one.
2 minutes.
No. Anyway, and then Robert Whittaker will be fighting Paulo Costa for 284. And I want to see Vettori Brunson again, just because those two are gangsters. Cannonier Strickland. Cannonier is really big for a middleweight. Just because from the bulk side. So I kind of want to see that. I want to see Adesanya Whittaker as a dream match. Adesanya Whittaker 3. And the dream fight for that one for me was actually, and also one that I was Anderson Silva versus Sergio Adesanya 2, but have Anderson back in his prime when he was on where no one could be on his level. And an interesting one where I said Adesanya versus Khamzat. You're probably thinking Khamzat's a welterweight. Here's why that happened. Because he missed weight against the Nate Diaz fight in UFC 279 by so much, he could have easily made middleweight without an issue. So that fight would have been nice. Tom, what's our time frame looking like right now?
You can keep
3
going.
minutes.
You can keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight.
I think at this point, let's just finish, do as much as your segment as you can. I think we'll finish. Well, how much do you have left?
I have I have 5 more divisions to go through.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Okay. Light heavyweight, the 205-pound division, also known as the Ryan division. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, exactly. Light heavyweight is the most boring division in the UFC right now because a lot of guys are out with injuries. But we got Yuri Prohaska as the champion, Glover Teixeira as number 1, Jan Blachowicz is number 2, and Magomed, whatever his last name is, number 3. Which, by the way, all these Russian guys that I'm saying, all of them are from Dagestan, which is also an Islamic country.
Oh, interesting.
Dagestan, Russia. But actually, Ryan, I'm gonna ask you, what's the Islamic god's name again? I need to.
Allah.
Allah?
Allah? Yeah. Okay.
Allah.
So they
Allah.
are Islamic because I hear them say Alhamdulillah a lot.
Well, Alhamdulillah just means all praise is due to Allah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. They say those guys from Russia, from Dagestan, say that a lot
Yeah.
after all their fights. Okay. Anyway, that's beside the point. So Yuri Prohaska and Glover Teixeira 2 is happening for UFC 282 in December. Glover Teixeira is the oldest first-time champion ever at 42. A 42-year-old man winning in a cage. That's something you don't see very much. But I think Jerry's going to win that one again because he's got a bigger frame, bigger punching, which adds to bigger punching power. Glover's just got good jiu-jitsu. So if it gets to the ground, Jerry's going to be in trouble. But that's pretty much all I have for it. Even though the dream match that I want to see is Yuri Prohaska versus John Jones. Most people think John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. Here's the reason why I don't say that. Because of his failed drug tests and his issues with the law. That's what takes him out of the conversation.
That makes sense. I pretend to know that I pretend I don't know what to say.
Ryan knows
What's going on?
what I'm talking about. The reason John Jones is not in the GOAT conversation is because of his failed drug tests and his issues with the law.
Right.
That's why I excluded him out from it. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I get it, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, then we're going to heavyweight, which is probably my favorite one to talk about, because their champion, Francis Ngannou, is the hardest hitter in the history of the UFC. They said his hardest punch he's ever thrown is an equivalent to a Ford Escort driving at 90 miles per hour.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So one punch, he doesn't even have to hit you clean to knock you out.
He is the one punch man.
Literally.
Indeed.
I've shown Thomas Francis Ngannou's highlight before. He is wild. And I want it and then anyway, number 1 contender is Ciryl Gane, but it's called Ciryl. Stipe Miocic, also known as the greatest heavyweight of all time. At number 2, Curtis Razor Blades. At number 3, Tai Tuivasa, number 4. And I snuck in Derek Lewis at number 7 just because he's a legend. So there's not a lot of heavyweight fights that are going on right now. I just want to see either they're trying to make this for UFC 285 as well. They're either going to choose two of these choices. Either Ngannou versus Jones, because John Jones is going to move up to heavyweight, or Miocic versus Jones. I want to see Ngannou versus Jones more because Jones is one of the most durable guys and has the best fight IQ, I think. And Francis is the hardest hitter. So I kind of want to see, does power beat smarts?
Does power beat tactics?
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly like that.
Doesn't matter how fast you can think. If I hit you in the head hard enough, it'll shut down somehow.
Yeah.
All
three of my dream fights that I put on this all have Brock Lesnar in them. I want either Francis versus Brock Lesnar, Daniel Cormier versus Brock Lesnar, or John Jones versus Brock Lesnar.
You just want to see people die.
Jackie boy,
Yeah.
Jackie boy, you have to tell people who John Jones is. Tell
John
the people.
Okay. John Jones is a former UFC light heavyweight champion
Why is he former?
because he's not the current champion right now.
How did that happen?
He's actually a two or three time light heavyweight champion because of his issues with the law and his drug test. Sorry, John Jones, if you're watching this, but you know you're not, but you're cool. His record is 26-1. Technically, he's never been knocked out or submitted for that loss because it was a disqualification loss for throwing what I believe was an illegal knee. Because you cannot knee someone in the face when they're on the ground. You can only do that when they're standing up. So technically, John Jones is no one's ever beaten John Jones. But he just doesn't fight as much as he used to. I don't know why. He has held a lot of different records. He's the youngest UFC champion at the age of 23. He has the most title wins of anybody with 15. What else was it? He has one of the biggest box office ratings of anybody. And he lost that one loss I talked about was his very first fight. He's won 26 in a row since then.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. So man is let's just say man is good.
Man is goated with the sauce. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Busting it down, sexual style, bro.
Exactly.
Ryan,
Yeah.
give me a shape or a letter.
Square.
Just give me a shape or a letter.
Does
Shape
it
or
organ
letter?
count?
Square.
Sponge.
Okay.
I said square.
I'll square.
Oh, my mic must be far away then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway. I'm gonna skip the women's divisions and just talk about some of the greats of the men's divisions for a little bit. I want to head back to Khabib Nurmagomedov. Some people don't understand how good Khabib actually was, because Khabib went 29-0 in his UFC career. No one makes it 29 wins without losing, except for Khabib, because and the great thing about Khabib is, for his first 26 wins, he never lost a round.
Damn.
Like, he went through that because they have 3 rounds or 5 round fights. For his first 26 fights, he never lost a round. Not even by a little bit. Like, in his first title win, the best round you can win is 50-43. He won 50-43 in all 5 rounds. He was just that dominant. And he submitted Conor McGregor, which one of very few people have done that.
Pretty big feat, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big feat.
What feat?
Feet.
Your
God, shut up!
Not the fucking body part, dumbass.
Okay. Damn. Anyway, Khabib submitted Conor McGregor. He's also submitted Dustin Poirier, which Dustin Poirier is the only one to knock out Conor McGregor.
Power scaling now.
Yeah. But the only reason I think Khabib is not in the group, isn't the GOAT, is because he only fought 3 decent guys.
Yeah.
Whereas GSP fought all the great welterweights. You could beat Matt Hughes 3 times, and Matt Hughes was the first person to beat GSP. And he just destroyed them all. There's also Anderson Silva, who has the longest title fight win streak with 16.
Brian, give me 2 colors.
Red and yellow.
Okay.
Red and yellow.
But the reason Anderson isn't the GOAT, in my opinion, is because he fought too long after his days were over. Because after he snapped his fibula in a fight, he was just never the same guy.
Yeah, that does that to a person.
Yep.
Mhm.
Fucks you over.
Yeah. And what else was I gonna say? What about the small guys? What about the small guys? Anyway, I just want to see Connor and John Jones come back. I want to see those guys come back. They've been waiting around for too much. Connor has been calling people out. Jones has been calling people out. Why won't they come back? That's what I don't understand about this sport sometimes. Why won't they come back when they're trying to just tell everybody they're the king and all that? You're not the king if you're too scared to come back.
I mean, when you have a profession such as MMA, if you keep putting yourself out there, you're gonna cause like real long-term damage.
Yeah.
Like if you were to like stop after a little bit and then come back, you would not survive.
That's what happened with well, there's some guys who just fight for so much just in one sitting, like Jorge Masvidal. 51 total fights.
Yeah,
Alistair
in one
Overeem.
sitting, it doesn't like get broken up into features, because then that causes like long-term injury. Even if you do such a big like set in such a long time, like it's gonna cause like major injuries down the line. You're gonna be like, man, I was just punching motherfuckers. Was it worth it?
And that's like what
Can't
Connor
walk,
did.
right?
That's what Connor did. From 2013 to 2016, he fought all the time, and then took 2 years off to lose to Floyd Mayweather, and then lost to Khabib. Took 2 years off.
That's so funny. The way you phrased that was so funny. He took 2 years off just to lose to Mayweather, bro.
Just to lose to Mayweather, and then lost to Khabib. Took another 2 years off. Beat Donald Cerrone. Took a year off. 2 losses to Dustin Poirier. Now has taken another year off since then. Year and a half now. Why won't he just call Dana? Give me a fight. I'll fight anybody. He keeps saying that.
Will he fight you?
I'll fight Connor, sure.
Is that a challenge?
I'll
But
beat
will Connor fight
He's-
you?
Nah, I think
he'll say
Connor's winning
in the
this one.
How
Yeah,
so?
Hey Ryan, you're
I think
looking at
James
Discord,
actually
right?
answered the question.
Because you loser, ha 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 ha.
I want to.
I probably have better wrestling than Connor does. I'm gonna be real.
I want to quickly direct everyone to what I'm about to post on Discord, as this will be part of our closing statement. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit my full screen, go back into stream stuff, and here you
Alright.
go. I've created the country of Islam.
I thought we were doing a thumbnail shot.
It's a live stream.
James.
Anyway, I'm gonna continue. If you don't mind.
The country is Islam, though. We need to see it. We need to see.
Islam Mahashev would be so disappointed.
It's in
in
stream
you right
stuff.
now, Thomas. Mahashev is gonna be so disappointed in you.
Nah,
But I've
wanna-
united all of the Islamic people. I've created the country of Islam.
Yeah, the country of Islam is great.
Islam's a fighter, not a country.
Oh, no,
You're-
I've made it a country.
The
It's
country of
not.
I've even
It's
designed
not a
its
country.
borders.
It's not a country. Where would you fit it?
It's on the map, my guy.
get
I
ratioed.
Hold
I
on.
can't with this guy right
Hold
now. I cannot. Stop. No. Get that away from me.
Hold on. Why isn't it get?
Oh,
I don't even want to look at it.
There
dog.
we go.
That's stupid. That is
Dude.
stupid.
that's hot. I don't know what you're talking about. That's pure 100%
That's-
map. That's a map skill.
so bad.
Those are
Ryan.
100% map skills. You can't make
You
maps.
you actually gave them a little bit more credit than a little bit you actually undersold the country of Islam.
I did.
Because at one point, this is what they were. At one point.
Hold on, let me see.
I have ended all wars.
Yeah.
But
all of
dude-
this was controlled by early Muslims in, I think. Actually, this is a very this is during the, I'm trying to remember what time this was. It was either the Fatimids or the Umayyad times. No, this was the Abbasid times. Yes, this was the Abbasids. Okay, yeah,
Ryan,
This is the land that
do
the-
you approve? Do you approve of my map?
yeah, it's a pretty good estimation.
Well, thank you.
It looks like a map. That's why I think it's better than Furious' map.
Also, the country of Islam would probably have the symbol of Islam on it, which would be the crescent moon and the star.
True. I though I did ask for a shape and colors, so I just was like, what flag would they unite under?
I didn't think it would just be like
square!
squares.
Us, technically a equal sign and two eyes.
Oh, that's why you're asking Ryan all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But why only Ryan though?
You didn't.
Because he will unite the people.
I'm the expert.
Oh,
He is the chosen one.
indeed.
He will
I
bring
agree.
balance to the force.
Okay, just because I got dipped in some different holy water than you guys, I'm the chosen one.
Oh.
Your midichlorian count is off the charts, Ryan.
Midichlorian? What
Yes,
does that mean?
that's
You just put pool water in my body?
yes.
No, it's
Your bacterial count is off the charts. We need to get you to a doctor right away.
I'm gonna die!
And now I think would be a good time to get into closing segments as we're 15 minutes over schedule, but that's okay. So James, please ask your question because I forgot it.
all right, certainly. So, well, we're all freshmen in college right now, and we're just all discovering our lives, discovering new careers. So, as of now, I think we should ask this later when we get into the graduation of college. What do you want to pursue as a dream right now, in this current moment?
Would
Like a
anyone like to
future-
go first? Jackie boy.
Jack? I don't know anything about your career plans, so.
Anything. Like I kind of said before, I was going to talk about a possible career for me later. I might get back into combat sports again, like I did in middle school, guys.
Ooh.
I mean, as a wrestler, as I was in middle school, I have some experience with that.
Why not stick with golf? I feel like you're doing a pretty good job with that.
As of right now, golf is ahead of that. And for now, I'll do it on the side. But if golf doesn't, if pray to God it doesn't, if golf doesn't, or pray to golf it does work out. If it doesn't work out, could do that instead. There's two sports that I'm really good at, I think. Even though I haven't wrestled in 5 years now, I was just wrestling with one of my friends, and I was taking him down and controlling him on the ground pretty easily, and kind of learning stuff, how to position, like how to lock the legs, how to do moves with the arms and all that.
So you still got it, is what you're saying?
Potentially.
Yeah, I get that.
Like if I was to wrestle one of y'all wouldn't get back. Just kidding. You probably could, but
Ron, you want to go next?
I thought Thomas was gonna say that. Is that a challenge?
No, I know my limits.
Yeah, I've had this career path going since I was in like high school. I wanted to be a psychiatrist, just in the field of psychology at least.
That's good. James?
Well, I had well, it was very different from Ryan. Point where I thought of a lot of things what I wanted to do, but now I just want to become a writer and a director for movies.
Nice.
That's what I wanted to do because I like to create stories for everyone to enjoy. That's the thing. All right, Thomas, you're up.
For me, it's difficult as I have a plan A and a plan B. But I can choose either path basically whenever I want to. So right now I'm in college majoring for media communications, which in a sense is a double major as I'm taking media, which is my first, and part of the communications one being business. I know, kind of strange. But I hope to start my own media company someday. Similar to YouTube, at the same time it's also like very news related as well. So we have that one. That's my plan A. My plan B, which is actually going to go into effect if plan A does like do well eventually. Sorry about that. I want to just give up everything, move to Wyoming, and start a farm.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell you guys about my biggest dream for like a month.
No, go ahead.
What?
My biggest dream, like this was something that I was legitimately considering doing, was if I ever got to a point in my life where I could comfortably take a month off, I would just drop everything, go to the middle of nowhere, and just start digging for like a month straight.
Digging.
Like digging a hole. One singular hole. I'd just be digging for like a month straight.
Wait, Jack, are you
And this was
driving
something-
somewhere?
this-
No, I'm just pulling my car into my driveway.
Oh.
This is something that I like legitimately thought of like pursuing and doing, which was like, and this was literally my motivation for like doing well in school, was to just so I could do this at some point in my life. Because think about it, if you dig in a single place for 1 month straight, you're gonna get ripped to shit.
Oh yeah. Okay, but how do you get out of the hole?
You
I'm
have
gonna,
a ladder.
Mario jump.
You literally have a ladder.
yeah, I'll bring a ladder.
But no ladder is going to be able to support like a month's worth of digging.
Yeah,
Sure.
you're
I need
right.
2 ladders. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Or just find something to fill the hole with so you can get back out.
No, I'm not gonna fill up the hole. That'd be stupid. Why would I fill up the hole again?
you gotta
No,
you
I'm
gotta
gonna-
come back
I'm
every
gonna-
year.
No, I was only gonna do this for a month. This is like a bucket list thing.
Oh.
Like everyone says like, oh, I want to see like the 7 wonders of the world, or I want to like do skydiving. That's like their bucket list. No, I want to go out somewhere and just dig for a month straight. Not for anything. Like I don't want the hole to be used for anything. I just want a hole in the middle of nowhere that I've spent a month on, and I just will be like, all right, cool.
Dang,
Later.
That's fucking beautiful.
it is. Honestly, that kind of sounds like fun. You know, no worries, no really cares. Just you're doing what you want to do.
Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll like find oil and be like the richest man in the world.
Who knows?
Oh, you know.
Yeah, but I'd have to dig like really far for that. I guess there is a lot of ground to cover in a month time, but I don't
True. All right. I think this would be a good place to end. It is 10:37. I want to go ahead and say thank you for all coming on. Ryan, James, Jack, thank you. We appreciate you guys coming on. It's always love talking. Like I love talking with you guys.
An honor.
So, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
know. Yeah, it's always great being on.
Yeah. If you guys want to see more of these podcasts, which I'm hoping to do once every week on Thursdays, make sure to stay tuned. I'll usually start them around 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30. and subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss them.
Yeah.
But besides that,
Oh.
thank you all very much, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh wait, we gotta push for the thumbnail shot.
But
There is no thumbnail shot.
James, this is a live stream.
I know, it was funny.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.